Newton Wellesley Hospital, finding a better way. East Boston Savings Bank, getting it done since 1848. Anderson Windows and your local Anderson Windows dealer. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them.
Over his head! It's going to the wall and clear the bases!
Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, helping communities get healthier and happier.
It's gone! Third home run of the game for Mookie Betts. He's pulled off the hat trick again.
Wise Snacks. Xfinity. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. Massachusetts General Hospital Cancer Center. Every day amazing. Wind River Environmental. New England septic, drain, and grease experts.
And a long drive to left. Way back. Can you believe this?
The Boston area Volvo dealers. Old Dominion Freight Line. Official freight carrier of the Red Sox and MLB. New England Chevy dealers. Chevrolet. New England's #1 selling truck brand. Rodenheiser Plumbing, Heating, AC, Electric. Nice people, great service. Supercuts. Official hair salon of the Boston Red Sox. Agera Energy. Power your world.
Swung on. We're going home. Walk-off winner.
Advance Auto Parts, where oil is priced like it should be. New England Honda dealers. Visit HondaDealersOfNewEngland.com. Now it's Red Sox Yankees. Game 1. Here's Joe Castiglione, Tim Neverett, and Lou Merloni.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Game 1 of the American League Division Series. The Red Sox and the New York Yankees meeting in postseason play for the 4th time. Red Sox, of course, the last time they met, stays the greatest comeback in baseball history in 2004. Red Sox finished the year 108 and 54. Team record for wins, 8 games in front of the Yankees. It was the first year ever where the Yankees and Red Sox both won 100 games. The Yankees winning 100 and losing 62. We have a nice, crisp, clear night here at Fenway Park with no threat of rain as two lefties battle. Jay Happ for Toronto, and for the Red Sox, Chris Sale. And now with the starting lineups, here's Tim.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. Lineups brought to you by Wind River Environmental. Leading off for the visiting Yankees will be the left fielder Andrew McCutchen. Aaron Judge bats second and plays right field. Aaron Hicks, the switch hitter, will be in center field. He'll bat third. Giancarlo Stanton is the cleanup man. And Stanton has hit very well against the Red Sox this year. 9 games at Fenway Park. He is hitting well over 400 with 9 RBIs. Luke Voigt, the upstart first baseman, will bat 5th. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, 6th. Miguel Andujar, candidate for Rookie of the Year in the American League, batting 7th. Gary Sanchez, the catcher, hits 8th. Gleyber Torres, second baseman, 9th. Jay Happ doing the pitching, the left-hander, 17-6 with a 3.65 earned run average. Chris Sale, 12-4 at 2.11 ERA. Sale just taking the mound right now. He is 2-0 with an 0.69 ERA against the Yankees this year. For the Red Sox, Mookie Betts, who's hit .415 and against the Yankees this year in 17 games, he'll lead off. Andrew Benintendi bats second. He'll be in left field. Steve Pearce with an OPS over 1,400 against the Yankees this year. He is at first base and hitting third. J.D. Martinez bats cleanup. Hitting 5th will be Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop. 6th, Eduardo Nunez, the third baseman. Ian Kinsler, the second baseman, bats 7th, hitting 8th. Switch hitting catcher Sandy Leon. Jackie Bradley Jr., the center fielder, batting 9th. Wind River Environmental, New England's leading provider of septic, grease, and drain services for your home or business. Wind River has every septic, grease, and drain base covered. Learn more at WREnvironmental.com. That's WREnvironmental.com. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, Corey Blazer. First base, Dan Bellino. The crew chief, Mike Winters, umpiring at second. Angel Hernandez at third. Down the left field line will be Fieldon Culbreth. And down the right field line, DJ Rayburn. Time and temperature brought to you by Rodenheiser. Rodenheiser is giving away a free furnace this winter. Go to rodenheiser.com to learn more. 54 degrees will be the game time temperature, and the first pitch expected within the minute here at 7:33. Lou Merloni joining us, and there's been so much talk, so much written. There's been paralysis by analysis. Now it's time to play baseball.
Yeah, I tell you, if you're not fired up for this, you better go check yourself. I mean, this is the first time they've met up now in 14 years. This is what it's all about. We can talk about the regular season games at Yankee Stadium, at Fenway, how big they are for the standings, but that's all. None of it matters. Regular season doesn't matter anymore. It's controlling your emotions and jumping out and, Jay Happ early on, and for Chris Sale here to put up a 0 in the first.
So Chris Sale will face Andrew McCutchen to get things underway. McCutchen just about set to step in the right-hand batter's box as the postseason in 2018 and a record-setting Red Sox year just about to get underway. Fenway is in a frenzy right now. It's been buzzing in the back bay all afternoon. And to tell you all about it, Red Sox Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione.
Thank you, Tim. Welcome, Lou. Here's the windup. The first pitch from Sale, and McCutchen swings and misses at a pitch up and away, strike one. McCutchen, who could work the strike zone, missed a 96-mile-an-hour fastball there, so that's a good sign right off the bat.
Boy, that's good to see.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. Another fastball away, and it's 0-2.
A lot of questions coming in. First pitch, adrenaline's high, 96. That one was 94, but located on the outside black to get strike two, swing and miss.
McCutchen at 253, 5 home runs with the Yanks, 15 homers to the Giants, and he takes a slider low. But Chris is good enough to win at 91, 92. He knows how to pitch.
Yeah, he is. I mean, obviously, we like to see the full package, right? We saw in July, 97, 98 with that slider changeup. But for me, I need location, So if 92 to 94 is where you need to live for that, so be it. I'll take it. I'd rather see that than 97 and all over the place and not being able to locate.
He's always pitching in the short sleeves, and he gets a slider over the inside at strike three. Down he goes looking. Great location of that slider by his back foot. And his leadoff man, his fan, Sale this season was third in the league in strikeouts. And that time he threaded the needle, 237 strikeouts in the regular season. 0-2 in postseason play. That was just last year, the only time he's been in postseason with the Red Sox. And the reaction for Aaron Judge, who hit a first-inning home run in the wild card win over the A's. 278 in the regular season with 27 homers, outside with a changeup. And, of course, Judge missed a month and a half, including that August series here with a cracked bone in his wrist, a chip fracture. Sale's 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul to the backstop. And it's 1-1, 54 degrees. First pitch, 7:33, brought to you by Rodenizer. Rodenizer giving away a free furnace this winter. Go to Rodenizer.com to learn more. A ball and a strike to the big behemoth. Judge with an open stance, the pitch. And a slider in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Would you expect to see the Red Sox trying to pitch inside more to these right-hand Yankee batters than they'd have?
And I think elevate as well. You like to stay just under those hands. You want kind of up and in and make them feel a little bit uncomfortable, but that slider working early here from Chris Sale.
Here's his 1-2. Swinging a high pop foul, first base side, out of play. Right now at Shaw's and Star Market, you can take advantage of the stock-up sale for great deals like value packs of juicy and tender USDA sirloin steak tips for only $5.99 a pound, only at Shaw's and Star Market, official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. I could try the home shopping, which I did just yesterday, and it works well. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul again, almost to the same spot. First base side out of play.
And we saw the Red Sox pitch a lot of these right-handed power guys like Judge, like Stanton, and even Luke Voigt outside, especially at Yankee Stadium. And they spit a few over that short porch in right. Here you got a much deeper porch in right field. But even if you can jam them inside, you might get a jam shot somewhere and soften the contact.
Chris is throwing 9 pitches, and he takes strike 3. Another slider down and in. Judge stood there a moment, but Corey Blazer rings him up. So 2 strikeouts called on sliders.
Well, even when he was struggling, as far as velocity goes, his last couple outings, I believe he struck out 7 or 8, and that slider was really working. Here it is again, and we've seen a lot of people look at the fastball, right? 96 out of the gate, dropped down to 94, back down to 92. But the last 2 fastballs he threw to Judge were 95. So mixing in this fastball, the power is there right now. Certainly not that 90, 89, 90 that we saw in his last outing.
So here's the switch hitting center fielder, Aaron Judge. He hit 27 homers, batted .248, and he takes the strike. In postseason play, 1 homer, 6 RBIs with a .200 average.
Yeah, the reports this week of Chris's bullpen work were very good. He had the velocity up, command looked good, and he felt really good afterward.
0-1. Backdoor pitch missing away, 1-1. Red Sox wearing the Friday Night Reds with the white pants.
Well, this guy Hicks now, he's one of the guys actually that hits Chris Sale in the past. 8 for 25 for a 320 average. So we'll figure out why he was successful against you and kind of attack it maybe a little bit differently.
Here's the 1-1. The switch hitter takes a strike. Backdoor slider again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the command has been there. 13 pitches, 10 for strikes.
That's really good to see. If you're wondering, you didn't know what to expect from Chris Sale, so far you are pleased.
Fans are on their feet all over Fenway. You'd think there's 2 outs in the 9th.
2 out in the first after 2 strikeouts, and a 1-2 pitch coming to the switch hitting Hicks, who does strike out quite a bit. Here's the pitch, and he takes low and away. Just down and away with a slider.
Got a little too excited on that one. Not even competitive. He wanted that down and in, try to swing under his hands, and just kind of spiked it down and away.
Hicks acquired from the Minnesota Twins. Has blossomed with the Yankees. He's become their regular center fielder. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Down and in with a slider by his back foot. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, the presenting sponsor of our WEEI Nested Jimmy Fund radio telethon dedicated to striking out cancer in kids, donating $50 for every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher. Arbella Insurance here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. So Chris has gone full house to Hicks. Carlos Stanton on deck. Chris anxious to pitch, waiting for Hicks to get set. Now he rocks in the payoff pitch. Little low ball 4. Missed with a slider down and in. So a 2-out walk, and here comes Stanton with a long home run. 1 for 3 in the wild card game. That was his first postseason game ever. Of course, he was with the Marlins, so they haven't been a postseason in many years.
Well, this lineup certainly makes you hold your breath, right? The last thing you want to be doing is giving free passes. Sale went to that 3-2 changeup to try to fool Hicks, but he spit on it and ended up being a quality at bat for him.
Stanton hit 38 home runs, knocked in 100 in the regular season, struck out 211 times, swing and a miss at a high fastball. 0-1. That was a slider, I should say, up and away. Maybe not quite where he wanted, but he got a swing and a miss. Stanton is 2 for 6 against Chris. Chris beat the Yankees twice this year, 2-0 with an 0.69 ERA. The 0-1 deal. Fastball, little inside. That could have been called a strike. Troy Blazer, one of the better umpires behind the plate. Worked the NLDS last year between Washington and Chicago. Worked the 15 World Series. He's 36 years old, from Denver. Been umpiring since the age of 15. The 1-1. A little high and tight, almost to the same spot at 94.
And that's where they really want to attack Stanton. You know, that fastball that's just up inner half, 94, 95 miles an hour. You want to elevate a little bit, but Stanton usually goes off her at that pitch, and he's laid off of both of them now.
Hicks can run. Decent lead at first. Pierce holding him on. Here's the 2-1. Fastball high. Luke Voigt on deck.
Still 96 on that elevated fastball. So the velocity here in the top of the first inning that you'd expect to see out of Chris Sale.
He had a chance for a quick and easy inning, but he's up to 20 pitches now. And behind this power hitter, 3-1. Here it comes. Swing and a foul tip. Change up, down and away.
That's good to see. You know, the fastball is where we want it to be right now. The slider's been outstanding. The one pitch hasn't had really, through a couple of them, change-ups early that missed location, weren't even offered that, but that was a good one there to Stanton, down and away, 3-1.
So Hicks will be running on a 3-2 pitch with 2 out and a runner at first in the top of the first. Sale to the set. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball, pulled foul, third base side, off the screen where the ball attendant sits. So he'll have to make his 23rd pitch here. Chris had a 2.11 ERA, going 12-4 in the regular season. Was 4 innings short of being among the qualifiers for league leadership in the various categories. But he did lead in strikeouts per 9, 13.5. Another 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a high foul again. First base side out of play. Stanton scored 102 runs. Knocked in 100. Struck out 211 times. Yankees had the third most strikeouts in the league. First, they led the world in home runs and set a major league record with 267 round trippers. This will be Sale's 24th pitch. He sets. The runner goes, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him down and away on a changeup to retire the side. A changeup at 90, strikes out 3. Had to work, but after half an inning, Yanks nothing. First inning, and here's Jay Happ, who's been very good against the Red Sox. He had a string of 11 straight starts without allowing more than 2 runs against Boston. That ended in his last regular season start when Steve Pearce hit a grand slam off him, but he did get the win. 1-1 this year and 8-4 in his career against the Red Sox in postseason play. Happ is 1-1 with a 3.72 ERA. The Red Sox did a very good job of building up the pitch count on him, even in that win here he had over the weekend.
I think that's what you got to do again. Listen, this guy's had a lot of success. Happ's going to come at you, fastball, changeup, slider. Got a curveball, very rarely see it though, but 92, 95. Changeup, slider in that same area, mid-80s or so. A lot of these guys in this lineup have not had success. They have to change a little bit of an approach, maybe attack them a little bit differently. But you're right, build that pitch count up regardless of what their bullpen looks like.
Here's the American League batting champ, Mookie Betts, 7 for 34 against this pitcher with 2 homers, 206 average. Mookie, 32 homers, hit 346 to win the title. Knocked in 80. And had 129 runs scored, and he takes a slider for a strike.
Yeah, Mookie talked about having an extreme sense of urgency right from the get-go. After the 4-day layoff, everybody's rested and ready to go, but they didn't have much game action.
And the pitch outside, a fastball missing 1-1. Mookie tied with Lindor. Cleveland for the league lead in runs scored with 129, led in slugging at 640, second in doubles, tied with Andujar actually for second with 47. Happ with a 1-1. Swing and a foul to the right of the plate, out of play. Happ was about 6'5". He's from Chicagoland, played his college ball in his backyard at Northwestern. And with the Phillies, the Astros, and since then has been sort of a pinball machine, a trading deadline. But traded 4 times at the trade deadline over the last 5 years. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Mookie chased one up in his eyes. Well, that's unusual to see Mookie fan in a pitch like that.
Well, I think it's one of the keys here. The strength of this team has been offense. I mean, let's face it, there's some pressure on this organization the last couple of years. And I think one way to alleviate that is to jump on Happ early on here and try to put a couple on the board. Allow this pitching staff to pitch with this lead.
So here's Benny. Andrew at 290 with 16 homers and 87 RBIs. He's 2 for 18 against Happ. Lefty's hit 171 against the lefty. The pitch is swung on foul to the backstop, strike 1. He can get it up there in the mid-90s. That last fastball at 93.
And that's where he'll kind of live for the most part, but location, keep you off balance.
Andujar wide of the line at third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball by the diving Andujar into left field. There's the first hit of the series. Andrew Benintendi ending a shot to the left of the third baseman who was playing in close.
That's nice.
Brings up JD.
A little 0-1 slider that Happ kind of left up inner half, but Benintendi staying on the ball, you know, not trying to pull off the lefty pull happy, but he took a slider inner half and slapped it there in that shortstop third base hole.
JD on deck. It's Steve Pearce batting third tonight. Pearce hit 284 in the regular season with 11 homers. Is not homered yet in postseason play. But he had a grand slam. He has 6 career home runs off Happ. The grand slam came last weekend. Runner goes. The pitch is taken high. Here's the throw. He dives in safely. Stolen base, Benintendi.
They're wasting no time there. Benintendi going first move on Happ and challenging the arm of Gary Sanchez, which we would expect they'll do during the course of this series.
Well, he's went first move on Happ, and listen, Gary Sanchez got a strong arm. You know, he doesn't always handle the ball. You know, a lot of pass balls the last couple of years, so you're sort of going first jump on here on the lefty. The Yankees still trying to figure out if they want to take a look at this one.
Well, let's see. Here comes Mike Winters over. Check a look in the Yankee dugout. They're still waiting.
Past the allotted time. You get 30 seconds to make a choice.
They won't look.
They won't look.
We have reached the Safe Light Auto Glass part of the order. For every home run by batters 3 through 6, Safe Light donates $200 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Massachusetts. Benny was 21 of 24 in steals in the regular season. Pierce, a .344 career hitter against Happ, awaiting a 1-0 pitch. He had 5 homers against the Yankees this season, 3 in 1 game. The pitch. Down and in by his back foot, came close to hitting him.
Gary Sanchez becomes an important figure really in this. I mean, again, 18 pass balls. He did a nice job in that wild card game in Yankee Stadium. The question is, you know, if he lets a couple go by here early on, is it a different feeling for him at Fenway Park here where the crowd's not on his side?
He also had 6 errors with 18 pass balls. The pitch outside, held up on the swing. So it's 3-0.
Yeah, you mentioned Pierce's 6 home runs, Joe. That's the most he has against any active pitcher, is 6. Next, CC Sabathia, who's slated for Game 4. He's got 3 against him.
Big reason the Red Sox went out to acquire him. From Toronto, the pitch. And a outside ball for a close pitch. And he took it, so 2 on, 1 out for the RBI champ, J.D. Martinez. J.D. 43 homers. Knocked in 130, hit .330, second in hitting, second in homers. First in multiple games with 59, first in total bases at 358. Second in hits with 188. And here he is against Happ. He's 4 for 20, he's yet to take Happ deep.
Yeah.
So first and second and 1 out. Benintendi at second, Pierce at first. Second baseman Torres pinching the middle, but still on the right side. Here's the pitch, and it's low and in, just with a slider.
This is what you want to do if you're the Red Sox. I know Mookie, he's like, see, I thought he'd actually come out hacking on that first pitch and almost just sort of set that tone. But Benintendi does instead, hacks on the first pitch, single, steals the base. Now you got Happ right a little bit, 4-pitch walk to Pierce and ball 1 here to JD.
Flag hanging still, so no breeze. The 1-0 pitch, and that's low and inside, scooped out of the dirt on a short hop by Sanchez. Red Sox 289 this year versus the Yankees with men in scoring position. Yankees conversely 253 against the Red Sox. And JD with men in scoring position, 386 on the season. Sanchez asked for a new ball, so it's 2-0 for Benny at second. And Pierce at first, 1 out. First inning. Happ gave up 9 homers with Toronto, and with the Yankees 5, so 14 on the season, not many. The pitch. Swing, there's a drive to left field, back by the wall. Is it high enough? Yes! 3-run homer into the first row of the monster seats. 3-0 Red Sox. A 3-run homer by J.D. Martinez, 3-0 Red Sox. J.D. had 8 3-run homers in the regular season, and he hit a bullet.
Oh, I tell you, 2-0. You fall behind J.D. Martinez 2-0, and you give him a fastball inner half. To me, that makes no sense, and he did exactly what you'd expect. He loves the ball down. He's got that launch angle. I would think maybe elevate up and in or try to keep that ball away from him, even though he could launch the other way. But, man, you try to sneak a fastball down and in 2-0, ain't going to happen.
His 4th career postseason home run. And it was just high enough. It was scalded. We'll check the exit speed. The pitch to Bogarts is in there for a call strike, but the only question was, would it be high enough? Because it really went on a straight line.
That's some top spin, too, Joe, as well. It wasn't just backspin out.
107 miles an hour off the bat.
Well, that sounds conservative.
It does.
Call strike to Bogaerts.
Distance 374 feet.
Just what the doctor ordered, that 3-0 cushion early.
0-2. Xander checks low and away. Xander at 288 with 23 homers, 123 ribbies in the regular season. A home run coming on a 2-0 pitch. So the Red Sox score quickly. The pitch. A little low and away. And the JD home run brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. What a way to start postseason play in his first game with the Red Sox in October.
That's why he's here. He's here to do just that.
2-2. Swing and a high pop-up first base side. Voit by the coach's box and foul ground is there to put it away for the out. So 2 down, but 3-0 Red Sox. And here comes Eduardo Nunez, who at 265 in the regular season. Had he 1 homer, 200 postseason average.
And what a difference for this team too, opening up at home as opposed to the last 2 years. You come here, the crowd's on your side. You open up in Cleveland, you open up in Houston. Sometimes you can add to the nerves. Instead, you're at home right now. You're feeling pretty good, especially this 3-0 cushion. It looks like Jay Happ is the one with the nerves.
Pitch to Nunez is in there for a strike. So the home run by JD means another $200 that Safelite donates to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Massachusetts. 0-1 deal. Up and away, 1-1. JD also homered in his last at bat of the regular season off Sheffield to the Yankees. List the home run is 374 feet with a velo of 107. It sounds very conservative. It was a screaming shot. The pitch, foul straight back.
The guy at the plate's a guy they really would love to see get going here, because it would appear that we're going to see Rafael Devers maybe tomorrow against the right-hander Tanaka. This might be a platoon situation at third unless Nunez has an opportunity to still grab a hold of that position.
4-day layoff didn't hurt the Red Sox. He scored 3 in the first. The pitch is up and away. I asked Alex, and he of course was with Houston last year, about the 4-day layoff. He said it didn't affect the Astros. They came out swinging in the first inning against the Red Sox last fall in the ALDS. And he's seen his club do it again tonight. 2-2. Swing a fly ball toward the gap in right center field, but Judge moves over to his right and makes the catch for the out. He was positioned well. Red Sox are retired, but not before they put a crooked number up on the 3-run homer by J.D. Martinez after 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. And that's another BioFreeze quality.
100 Xfinity or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. The other ALDS is game 1 in the books. Saw the Astros beat the Indians 7-2. The final 3 home runs for the Astros in the victory. NLDS game 2. Brewers have a 1-0 series lead. They have a 4-0 lead over the Rockies in the 9th inning. Later on, Dodgers a 1-0 series lead over the Braves. Game 2 of that one, Clayton Kershaw goes for LA. Here at Fenway, thanks to J.D. Martinez, 3-1 Red Sox. Top of the 2nd inning. Here's Joe Castiglione.
All right, thank you, Mike. And Chris Sale, who struck out 3 in the first, about to face Luke Voit, who's been on fire. Voit, 14 home runs and hit .333 with the Yankees after they got him from the Cardinals. Low and inside, ball 1. In the first inning, Sale averaged 95.2 miles an hour with a fastball through 24 pitches, 9 four-seamers, 2 swings and misses. Here's the pitch, and Voit swings and lines a base hit into center field. He ripped a high pitch directly over second base into center, and Jackie gets it back quickly. He threw 10 sliders in the first, 1 swing and a miss, but 2 called third strikes, 4 changeups, including 2 misses and 1 two-seamer. So here's Didi Gregorius, who had 268 in the regular season with 27 homers and 86 RBIs. Missed a little time with a tear in his wrist, although that might have been misdiagnosed because he was back within a week and played the final weekend of the season here. He's on the DL earlier as well. Here's the pitch, and he takes low, ball 1.
Yeah, he's had a brace on that right wrist, but honestly, when we saw him play when he came back, I think everybody was surprised to see him in the lineup when he was here during that final regular season series, but he didn't seem encumbered at all by the wrist injury.
1-0. Line down the left field line, and it's a foul ball. Sliced off the sidewall. That was close. White single at 108.3 miles an hour. Red Sox infield in double play depth.
Yeah, you know, Didi, even Aaron Boone, you heard some of the comments from him. And when you start hearing a manager saying, well, we hope we can get him back this season, you know, you're like, man, that doesn't sound good for him. And he came back and looked like he just needed a week off or 10 days off or whatever it was and ready to go again.
He's the only lefty in the Yankee starting lineup tonight. Chris Sale with a 3-0 lead to protect delivers, and a line drive hook foul, first base side, off the screen by the photographer as well. We take 10 seconds on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A new choice in midday. Dale and Keith. Middays 10 to 2. Sports Radio 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1 Lawrence, Boston. A radio.com station.
Left-hand batter's 170 this season against Sale without a homer. Here's 1-2. Swing and a foul, left side out of play. Dominant Farm celebrated the 99-cent any size coffee, giving you more chances to win. If Boston hits a home run off the 99th pitch, you win $999. Cumberland Farms official coffee of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, I'll tell you, whatever they looked for mechanically and Chris Sale to get that velocity up, it worked because it wasn't just adrenaline in the first. That last fastball was 96.
He's ahead 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, slider down and away. Got him to wave weakly.
They threw 4 straight fastballs. Then he goes off speed with that slider. And Gregorius was on that front foot. He wasn't going to catch it.
All 4 outs on K's. And here is the, I would say, certain rookie of the year in the American League, Miguel Andujar, who was 10th in hitting at 297, 27 homers, 92 RBIs, second in doubles, tied actually with Mookie with 47, and that set a Yankee rookie record, though by Joe DiMaggio, for doubles by a rookie. Outside ball 1.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Joe. I think, you know, Ohtani is interesting, right? Because of what he does on both sides. But I think he just missed a little bit too much time. Torres is another guy that's probably, but this guy here, you know, when Judge went down, he got hot in the second half of the year, and he really hit some huge games for this Yankee team.
Power to all fields. The pitch to the rookie. And a slider in there for a strike.
And the thing to watch with him, too, in a close game late, when is Aaron Boone going to lift him for Hideni Echeverria for defense? Then does that take an at-bat away late in the game?
Sure.
Bill Nevin coaching at third. Reggie Willits at first for manager Aaron Boone. 1 on, 1 out. 3-0 Red Sox in the second. Sales 1-1. Swinging a bounding ball to second. Kinsler to short, out. Bogarts to first. Double play. 4-6-3, and that retires the side. The Sale saves some bullets there. He's thrown 34 pitches over the first 2 after 1.5. 3-0 Red Sox on the Shaws. And today was 1-0 till the 8th when they got 3. And Milwaukee leads that series 2-0 and now switches to Colorado on Sunday. Well, J.D. Martinez hit 43 runs in the regular season, 8 3-run homers. The last 3 home runs he hit in the regular season were 3-run homers, and so were 4 of the last 5. And he opens the ALDS with a 3-run homer in the very first inning, 3-0 Red Sox. And Kinsler, Leone, and Bradley are due here in the second inning. He had 14 homers, 240 in the regular season, 1 homer with the Red Sox. Has played well in postseason play, hitting .291 with 4 homers and 20 RBIs, and that includes 2 World Series appearances with the Texas Rangers. Chacin got the win for the Brewers today, Anderson the loss, and Jeffries had the save. Here's the pitch to Ian Kinsler. He fouls it to the right out of play, strike 1.
The biggest difference really all year long, right? When you look at this team compared to last year's team, the 3-run bomb.
Sure.
You know, it just not stringing a walk, a couple of singles, and maybe a double in the gap. Give me that 3-run bomb. Not too many things excite me more than that. Maybe a 4-run bomb. Gets me excited.
He got 10 of those.
Yeah, I like them too.
Outside, 1-1. Red Sox hit 208 home runs in the regular season and hit 1 in the very first inning of the postseason. 1-1 to Kinsler from Happ. way outside, 2-1.
That's going to be a big factor, I think, in this series is who out homers who and who's on base when they're hit.
That's when we start talking about walks, right? That's when it gets scary for both teams. There's so much power on the field.
And a walk hurt them. The pitch is popped foul, right side out of play. Benintendi single, stole second, then Pierce walked on 4 pitches. And J.D. followed by smashing a 2-0 pitch into the first row of the monster seats just to the left of the first light tower.
You talk about maybe platoon at third base. I'm curious to see what he does at second. Alex, when we talked to him on our show, OMF, he really stressed turning a double play. And there's nobody better at turning a double play than Ian Kinsler, how important it is.
2-2, check swing, it's high. Kinsler among the top 10, the toughest to fan, 8.3 plate appearances for strikeout. Sandy Leon on deck, and then JBJ. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Worked him on the outside half.
Change. Oh, fastball 92. But again, going back to the defense, I mean, you're in the postseason. You can't give away outs. You know, when you look, Kinsler, what he can do defensively is one of the reasons why he was acquired, bring some stability at second base on that side of the ball. It's exactly what he has done. Maybe one of the weaknesses of the Yankees team is defense in that infield.
First and third especially. Sandy Leon hit just 177 with a slow finish, 5 homers. He takes it away, ball 1, but pitchers love working him. He had the best catcher ERA in the league. He was catching the ERA 3.29. So invested in his pitchers. The 1-0 and a strike over the outer half, a high slider.
It'd be a big gift for the Red Sox too if Sandy's bat came back as the postseason rolls along here.
Remember, he had over 300 2 years ago. Happ's 32nd pitch. Swing, there's a fly ball, but off the end of the bat to left field. Not going to carry. McCutcheon's under it and makes the catch for the out. That might have been a pitch to drive.
Yeah, a little bit out in front. And Tim, you're right. You know, sometimes we start talking about lineups that are tough to beat, it's because 7, 8, 9 all of a sudden become very difficult outs. You never let a pitcher breathe in the postseason. So there's so much talk about the top half of both of these lineups, but really those bottom third of the lineups are sometimes the ones that creep up on you in the postseason and win series.
Sometimes there's one guy that you don't expect, and he comes through in the clutch. You know, in the
Jackie fouls it to the left out of play.
In the tiebreaker game with the Rockies, or no, I'm sorry, the Cubs game, and Rockies, Tony Walters comes off the bench, gets a game-winning hit. I mean, there's a guy you wouldn't expect, but you know, it's usually one guy that comes and makes a significant contribution with one swing or maybe 2 swings in the series, but they're big.
Jackie swings and misses at an inside sinker.
You expect the Mookie Betts and the J.D. Martinez to do damage, but you know, who else is going to do some damage in this series?
Well, this is a guy that I look at too. Last couple postseasons, you know, 25 at-bats, 13 strikeouts with Jackie Bradley. You have to see him make contact and start producing the bottom of this order.
And he takes low in the dirt. Season ticket plans for the 2019 season on sale now, including new half-season and 20 game plans. For more info, call 877 Red Sox 9 or go to redsox.com. 1-2 to JBJ with 13 homers in the regular season. The pitch. And he swings, grounds one. Look what I found. Right into the glove of Happ, who throws to first for the out. A high bounder, and he wasn't even looking at it, but it found his glove, and that retires the side a 1-2-3 inning. And after 2, Red Sox lead 3-0 on the show. Giving up 1 single and a walk and produced a double play ball. And he has a 3-0 lead, courtesy of J.D. Martinez, who lined a 2-0 pitch into the monster seats in the first inning. We move to the 3rd inning, and for the play-by-play, here is Tim Neverett.
Thank you, Joe. Gary Sanchez, Gleyber Torres, and then back to the top of the order, Andrew McCutchen to face Chris Sale. As Sanchez makes his way to the plate, he hit 186 during the regular season, missed 2 months due to DL stints. But he is going to be the catcher of choice for Aaron Boone here in the postseason. Sanchez with 18 homers in the regular season. Right-handed bat facing Chris Sale, and Sale ready to go. Gets the sign from Leon, turns, fires home, and it's inside, ball 1. Right now at Shaw's and Star Market, you can take advantage of the stock up sale. For great deals to stock up on things you buy most, like select varieties of family-sized Lay's potato chips for only $1.99 each. Pitches in for a strike, 1-1. Limit 4 per customer, only at Shaw's and Star Market, official supermarket of the Boston Red Sox radio network. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sanchez is 3 for 20 against Chris Sale in his career. Just the second postseason start for Sale. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, knee high, and it's 1-2.
Really staying soft here with Sanchez. Back-to-back changeups to start it off, and then a little backdoor slider as well to kind of get him at 1-2. Haven't shown him a fastball yet.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Sanchez waits and now asks for time and gets it. Sale in his career, 14 prior starts against the Yankees, 17 total appearances, a record of 6-4 with a 1.61 earned run average. Here's the wind, now the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back, still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, he's had a tough year, and it's kind of like if you had a great year, you look at the postseason, you want to continue doing what you're doing. But tough year for Gary Sanchez, but for him, it's got to almost be like coming out of camp and having a bad spring training. You know, you get to start all over. So the last thing you want right now is have this guy gain some confidence because you know what he's done in the past.
1-2 again. He's up high, and the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sanchez with Gleyber Torres on deck.
Plus, he had the heat, not running out of ground ball that ended the game, a double play ball when they lost at Tampa Bay, although he did go on the DL again the next day.
Sign down, Sale ready, 2-2. Strike 3 called, got him on the inside corner.
96.
5th strikeout. And the 3rd one looking as Sale pumped in a heavy heater, as Joe mentioned, at 96 miles an hour. So the velo not a problem here tonight.
Now you're getting everything you wanted. I would have taken 92 to 94 with control. I was afraid 96, 97, he might be all over the place, can't really harness it, but you're getting both. You're getting 96 and control right now from Chris Sale.
Gleyber Torres, second baseman, right-hand batter, takes outside ball 1. He's had no success against Sale. He's faced him 3 times, and he has struck out all 3 times. So 5 strikeouts, now 24 on the year against the Yankees for Sale. And 19 strikeouts in 13 innings pitched in the regular season, allowing just 1 run against the Yankees this year. 2 balls and no strikes. Torres waits. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1. Chris pulled the string, a changeup. Sale peeks in, has the sign he wants. Torres waits. Now the 2-1 is over the plate, but a little low. 3 balls and a strike.
People talking about, is he setting the Yankees lineup up by throwing 90? And the scouting report is the first hitter. And right away you saw 95 from Sale. And so these hitters right now out in front of some breaking balls because Sale is throwing them that power.
3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. He's walked it. Second walk issued by Sale in the ball game. So 1 out and 1 on, and back to the top of the order. And Andrew McCutchen. Sunday, November 18th, the world's fastest field sport returns to Boston for the Fenway Hurling Classic. Tickets for this special hurling tournament are on sale now. Visit redsox.com/hurling for tickets and more information. So 27 starts. This is the 9th time Chris has walked multiple batters in a game. Struck out McCutchen looking to start the ball game, and McCutchen hits it to right field toward the corner. Long run for Mookie Betts. He's on the warning track, makes the catch, spins, throws to first, stretch. Oh, safe at first base. A very close play as Mookie Betts, with an incredible play, almost doubled off Gleyber Torres.
And I know what Gleyber's thinking here, because personally I didn't think Mookie Betts was going to be able to get to this ball. Boy, he got on his horse. This thing was curling into that corner, and he just took it and spun. Threw it as hard as he could to first base. I don't know how he threw a strike, but
what a throw. Perfect, and a great stretch by Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce got all the way out. He had to use his right hand to hold himself up. He was stretched so far out toward right field. What a play by Mookie Betts and Steve Pierce. Incredible. And it results in no out, or 1 out, I should say, but not the double play. And here's Aaron Judge, who struck out looking in the first. 2 down, 1 on. Red Sox up 3-0. Top of the 3rd inning. Pitch called strike, just above the kneecaps.
Mookie saves so many runs.
Right away we've seen some of the strengths, right? Outfield defense from Mookie Betts. the aggressiveness on the base pass we've seen all year. And in the first 3 months, base running was an issue. They cleaned it up in the second half, and they're really putting a lot of pressure on this Yankee team.
Pitch to Judge inside. That backed him up. You know, a pitch like that can be useful. You get Judge moving his feet, make him a little uncomfortable in the batter's box. You know, not trying to hit him, but just move his feet a little bit, make him think.
That's called pitching ineffectively. It really happens in this league. You know, anymore. Guys are hitting guys, and they can't get the fastball in. Exactly what Sale did.
2 outs, 1 on, 1-1 pitch to Judge. Swung on, little tapper over the mound. Ian Kinsler there. He grabs it, steps on second. They get the force of Torres there. The side is retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left. No Red Sox errors. And at the end of 2.5 at Fenway Park in Game 1 of the American League Division Series, it's the Red Sox 3 and the New York Yankees nothing on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI. Martinez now back to the top of the order. Mookie Betts, Andrew Benintendi, and Steve Pearce to face Jay Happ. This is the 20th time the Red Sox and Yankees have met in the playoffs. The Yankees have won 11 of 19 so far. Red Sox trying to get back in the win column in the postseason against New York. Off to a good start here. Mookie Betts 0 for 1. He struck out swinging against Happ. Happ has started against the Red Sox 21 times this year. Not this year, but in his career, I should say. 21 times this year would be a lot. But 21 times in his career as Mookie takes low ball 1. But in the first inning, it was just the second time ever he's allowed more than 2 runs in the first inning against the Red Sox. There's the 1-0 now to Betts. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Again, just marveling at that play by Mookie Betts. I don't think there are many right fielders in the game that even get near that ball to make the catch. Never mind throw a dart to first base the way he did. And he takes a strike here, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd get it. When we start talking about defense and putting your best defensive team out there, especially early in the postseason, I've never liked JD and Wright. I'm glad they didn't go with that lineup because there's no way he gets that ball.
2-1. The pitch from Happ. And that's outside. 3-1.
I don't know of another right fielder who gets that ball in the American League.
Can't think of one.
McCutcheon's still trying to figure out how he didn't get a triple on that. That gets by him. That's one in the corner.
That's the pinball. Goes all the way around that chute that takes it right out to the bullpen. There's 380. 3-1. And Mookie takes a strike on the outside corner. He thought it was outside. He already started to undo his shin guard on his left shin. And now he's got to get back in the batter's box. Corey Blazer called it a strike that barely grazed the outside corner. So a 3-2 count as Happ turns, fires. And Mookie hits one high in the air to left center field. This ball's deep. This ball's back. It is off the wall. Mookie around first, rumbling towards second. He'll round second and stop with a leadoff stand-up double high off the wall in left center field.
Oh, that was a beautiful thing. You're wondering, they're keeping the ball away from Mookie, trying to make him use the big part of the ballpark, and that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted that fastball outer half. It's just that Jay Happ threw that ball inner half. It was down, probably a ball, but
it was, yeah.
Mookie's aggressiveness, swinging, hitting that ball off the wall, that's a beautiful thing.
Reminded me of the pitch he hit for the walk-off grand slam, or the grand slam on the 13th pitch. That was below the knees. And
this
one definitely was below the knees.
First mound visit of the game as Yankee pitching coach Larry Rothschild comes out to visit with his left-hander Jay Happ. This broadcast authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Boston Red Sox to WEEI. Strictly for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox is strictly prohibited.
Mookie had 12 wall balls in the regular season. That's the first wall ball in this series.
Finished with 47 doubles.
Again, you know, that talking about the offense taking some pressure off. That's exactly what that J.D. Martinez 3-run bomb did. Everybody could breathe, relax a little bit. Mookie Betts with that double. Next thing you know, you got Chad Green getting loose up in the Yankees bullpen.
So activity early for New York, and Benintendi 1 for 1. A stolen base and a run scored. He's at the plate, and Duhar inside the cut of the grass at third. Benintendi takes inside for a ball. The interesting thing about Benintendi's single, it was the first non-fastball that Happ had thrown in the game. He had thrown nothing but fastballs to Betts Started Benintendi with a fastball, gave him a slider. It tailed away from Benny, went with it, and he hit it past a diving Andujar into left field. Betts off second to pitch. Benny bunts first base side, fair territory. It is picked up by Voit. That's a base hit. Voit never even looked at first base. Gleyber Torres was there to cover. That'll be a bunt base hit for Benny. Puts advances to third, runners at the corners, and nobody out.
Well, Happ had no chance of getting over there in time, and Voit just picked this thing up like it's practice. You know, Torres was sneaking behind him. He was covering that bag, but that's what happens when you have a first baseman that's not confident defensively. And now Aaron Boone's out here to get Jay Happ.
Wow, quick hook.
Very quick hook for Jay Happ, who as a Yankee this year was 7-0 with an ERA of 2.69 in 11 starts. The only other Yankee to do that in the last 100 years, to have that many wins in a...
Safelite handles all the paperwork with every insurance carrier. That's why choosing Safelite is a home run. Schedule service today at 800-800-2727 or safelite.com.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
It's Truck Month at your New England Ford dealers, and here's how it works. You take F-150, the 2018 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, sweeten up the offers, and boom, you save a stack of cash. Hurry in to lease the New England Edition F-150 for just $169 a month, or choose up to $11,350 total savings on select F-150 XLTs. Call 877-FORD-002 or log on to buyfordnow.com for details and to get more great Ford Truck Month deals.
Steve Pearce will stand in as the right-handed hitting first baseman will face the right-handed reliever Chad Green. Green with 63 regular season appearances was 8-3 with a 2.50 ERA. Red Sox nobody out, runners at first and third. Green a quick toss over to first base, and Benintendi gets back.
Couldn't draw it up any better than this. Get to this Yankee bullpen. You know, this isn't September when you have multiple options out there. You get guys throwing some innings. You have to have some high leverage guys throwing some innings, I would think. Well, they got Lance Lynn out there giving some length.
3-0 Red Sox, bottom of the third inning, and Pearce hits one through the hole left side, a base hit. Mookie scores. It's 4-0. An RBI base hit for Steve Pearce, and the Red Sox add on. That run charged to Happ. And the leadoff double after what Mookie thought was ball four. Good thing it wasn't.
Benny did not have a bunt hit during the regular season. He had 2 sacrifice bunts.
It was interesting the way you put that, Lou, that Luke Voit picked the ball up like it was practice.
Oh, no attempt whatsoever.
He never even looked behind him.
See if Torres, I mean, he saw Happ wasn't going to get there, but, you know, he's not confident first baseman. He doesn't want to throw the ball over the diamond all that much, so I think he was just happy he caught it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, first and second, nobody out. Here's J.D. And J.D. takes a strike. 3-run homer, first time up for Martinez.
Oh, Green, you're going to see 95, 97. He's got a little slider. Been throwing a split more.
Yeah, but big grand slam to Lindor, Cleveland last year in the ALDS.
Martinez hitting .335 against the Yankees in his career. 2 on, nobody out. And Green will look back towards second base. Benintendi chased back to the bag. Look at what Mookie Betts and J.D. have done this year in terms of slugging percentage. Combined, .635 slugging. That's the highest by a pair of teammates since Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris in 1961, when they slugged a combined .651. And remember that year, 01. J.D. a wave and a miss. And that was an incredible year with 2 teammates chasing the home run crown, chasing Babe Ruth's record in 1961. Maris ultimately getting it.
I'm not going to lie to you, I'm greedy. I want another one right now. Let's put a 7 spot on this thing early.
Jump on him.
I think that's a great idea.
Talk about taking some pressure off your staff. Give him a nice cushion here.
Green looks in at Sanchez for a sign. Right-hander stretch. Checks the runners briefly. Now the 0-2. And that's low and away. Fastball that was just way down and away at 96. That's the 4th time a Yankees starter has worked 2 innings or fewer against Boston in a postseason game. The last one got to go back to Game 7 of the ALCS in 04. Kevin Brown.
His last major league game.
Pitched an inning and a third.
Then Javier Vasquez came in, gave up a grand slam to Damon.
Hate seeing it.
1-2. JD hits it high in the air to right field. Judge going back. Judge to the wall. Makes the catch in front of the wall. And tagging from second and hitting to third is Andrew Benintendi. Just didn't have enough. Almost. But in front of the Yankee bullpen, Aaron Judge was on the warning track. Just a foot or two in front of the wall. Reached up, made the grab.
It's a home run by 20 Rose in the Bronx.
Oh, jeez, no question about it. But, you know, it's so hard to judge the home run sometimes off his. First off, he doesn't pimp anything, right? He just hits it and runs. And sometimes the ball off his bat looks like a pop fly, and it just keeps going. Honestly, I thought he got this thing to right field until he saw Judge start to slow down around the track.
Here's Xander Bogaerts, 1 out and 2 on, a 4-0 Red Sox lead. They're out hitting the Yankees 5-1. Bottom of the third inning. Stretch by Green and the pitch. And Xander takes a strike. Red Sox have won 7 of 10 games against the Yankees at Fenway. They went 10-9 on the season overall. The last series played a little differently because both teams are all set with where they were as far as the postseason was concerned. 0-1 pitch, and that's low and away. Xander with runners in scoring position, hitting .342.
He's been so good this year, hitting behind JD. If he doesn't happen to come through, Xander picks him up. If they sort of pitch around JD, whatever it might be, Xander picks him up. And this is an area where he's excelled all year.
Middle infield for the Yankees plays for 2. Outfield swung around a little bit toward right center. Hicks deep in center field. The pitch. And Xander goes to right field. It's a line shot. Charging in is Aaron Judge. Makes the catch. Benintendi tags. He scores. It's 5-0 Boston on a sacrifice fly by Xander Bogaerts. And all 5 of the runs will be charged to the starter, Jay Happ.
They appealed at third as if he left too soon.
I thought it was pretty close, actually.
I did too.
Benintendi at third. He knew the Judge got a great arm. And he's charging that ball hard. It was a line drive, a sinking line drive. And Benintendi took off. Nice aggressiveness. Right away, Sanchez threw that ball down to third because they felt like he left a little bit early. They appealed it. And now I don't know if they want second base umpire Mike Winters going over to talk to Aaron Boone.
Yeah, he's the crew chief, a veteran guy, and he's going over to make sure the Yankees either want a challenge or not.
It was denied by third base umpire Angel Hernandez. The replay officials in New York, by the way, are Bill Welke, Marvin Hudson, Brian Knight, and David Rackley.
They're going to challenge, it looks like.
Or at least they're meeting.
Or maybe not.
To talk about it.
So the left field umpire, Fielden Culbreth, is in with the third base umpire, Angel Hernandez, and the crew chief, Mike Winters. And they are meeting in front of the Yankee dugout right now.
So Angel Hernandez is the third base umpire. That means he gets game 4 behind the plate.
Yes.
Oh, boy. That'll be a fun one.
And the umpires heading back to their positions. There will be no challenge by the Yankees, and the Red Sox lead it 5-0.
That was a rocket Xander hit.
Sure was.
He was second on the club during the regular season in terms of sacrifice flies with 6. Andrew Benintendi and J.D. Martinez tied for the team lead with 7 each.
I'm a little surprised Pierce didn't tag up there at first base. He thought maybe it'd be a close play at home. That's a situation where you think about taking off and maybe taking that 5th run and moving on, but he stayed at first base and got it anyway.
And both outs recorded by Green have been screamers. One almost went out. This is a bullet.
Eduardo Nunez takes up and in as Green knocks him down. Here we go. You look around Fenway, many people on their feet in certain areas. I mean, they are into every single pitch.
I mean, Sanchez is set up on the outer half, and the ball goes sailing over his head.
1-0 pitch now. Nunez swings and fouls it back. Not sure if there was something the matter with the telephone, maybe, in the Yankee dugout. Maybe that's why Winters came over and you saw a couple of members of the staff scrambling and one ran up the tunnel. Maybe there was a phone issue.
The Yankees phone doesn't.
Something to think about. Runner at first, 2 down, and Nunez a swing and a miss. And we're getting a note that the phones to the bullpens are out, so they're using walkie-talkies at this point in time. Maybe phones back to the video room are out as well. It's just a speculation at this point, but chances are good now that we know the bullpen phones are out. 1-2. Swung on, popped up right side of the infield. Voit backing up. Gleyber Torres, second baseman, in behind him, calls him off. He makes the catch. Side retired, inning over. But the Red Sox pick up 2 more. On 3 hits, they leave 1, and we head to the 4th inning.
For Fenway Park, Mike Manansky with you. This Xfinity scoreboard update brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. The Astros make a 1-0 series lead with their victory today over the Indians. 7-2 your final. Game 2 set for Saturday. Brewers now lead 2-0 in their best of 5 over the Rockies thanks to a 4-0 win today. Later on tonight, Dodgers try to make it a 2-0 series lead. They shut out the Braves 6-0 last night. Game 2 of that series later on this evening. Save you money on car insurance. Been at Geico's wheelhouse over 75 years. So after the game, get a quote at geico.com. Geico, so easy, a caveman could do it. Top of the 4th at Fenway. Red Sox commanding lead 5-0. Tim Neverett with the action. Tim?
Thank you very much, Mutt. Chris Sale getting ready to face Aaron Hicks, the switch hitting center fielder who walked his first time up. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easy way to donate your car. Donate today. Your car can be picked up tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.com or call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. First pitch to Hicks, in for a strike from Sale. You know, Sandy Leon caught Sale and has caught Sale 49 times. And opposing hitters hitting just 193 against Sale when Sandy catches him. That's combined since he's been with the Red Sox, and he delivers a strike on the outside corner with a slider, and it's 0-2.
Can't say enough how good it is to see Chris Sale throwing the ball effectively the way he is. It was a huge question mark. It was such a tough call in this whole series because you didn't know what your best pitcher was going to look like.
0-2 pitch on the way to Hicks. Takes up high and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, so far it looks like that guy down there.
Yeah, I mean, you knew the slider would play, no matter what the velocity was, and then you're hoping you have that changeup. And the question was, you know, is he going to have the power to kind of get the separation on both those pitches as far as velocity goes? And so far he has.
Sale's got the sign. He turns, delivers 1-2. This one a rope foul past the third base side off the protective netting. The count stays a ball and 2 strikes. This is just the 2nd career postseason start for Chris Sale. Last year he started game 1 against Houston. Didn't go so well. That was down in Houston. But he was asked about it just the other day. He had some media folks talking to him about this start, about the postseason. 1-2. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He said, hey, Red Sox, Yankees, postseason. He goes, this is what we signed up for.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you just love everything about this guy. Every word out of his mouth, his approach on the mound. It's hard not to love everything about him.
Here comes the 2-2 to Hicks. Swung on, popped up foul over the first base dugout up into the seats.
You know, he's had great success against this Yankee team this year, and I loved it the other day when they asked him if he could just talk about his success against the Yankees, and he simply answered no. I love that.
Isn't that great?
No, I don't. I don't want to talk about how I was because it means nothing, and you know I got to go out there and do it here tonight. No.
Well, you combine the great stuff with the work ethic and the competitiveness.
That's the attitude.
You have a great pitcher.
2-2 pitch. Hicks swings, fouls it back. Well, at least he was somewhat polite about it.
Sure. Wasn't rude.
Oh.
Just, no, I don't want him. It's nice.
Well, this is what he wanted when he came here to Boston. You know, Chris was telling me last week when we were in Cleveland about how the passion for baseball here in Boston, he feeds off of that. And he had some friends come up from Florida. It was a sold-out game like they all are, and they said, what kind of promotion did they have tonight? He said, none. This is what it's like all the time. Hicks fouls it off to the right. That's up into the State Street Pavilion. And he said they were shocked because, you know, folks who aren't from around here, and you know, you've been around to most, if not all, the ballparks, Lou, and Joe, you've seen it for a lot of years, too. It's not like this everywhere else.
No, it's not. It's not. Not on a nightly basis. You know, you talk about attendance around the league. It certainly didn't affect this place. They still come out. They watch.
Well, 5-0 Red Sox, top of the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch to Hicks. And he looks at one inside, goes off the glove of Sandy Leon, back to the backstop, count full 3-2.
Again, he walked Hicks now in the first inning, and this is a guy that is 8 for 25 off him at a 320 clip. So Hicks gives him some trouble, and he's being pretty careful with him again. Another 3-2 count here in the fourth.
And Chris blowing some warm air onto his left pitching hand. A little chilly, 54 game time, and dropping.
No sleeves.
Sale shrugging his shoulders slightly, steps back, turns, fires, 3-2, and it's fouled off. Hicks giving Sale all he can handle with this at bat so far.
Hicks has become a much better hitter. Twins rushed him to the big leagues from Double-A, and he struggled for several years, but he's blossomed.
Well, the next man up philosophy. When Ellsbury went down, it was Hicks that filled in for him and then really blossomed. That's when things started to really turn around for Hicks, when Ellsbury was going to miss considerable time for the Yankees. 3-2. Swung out and a poke to right field, a base hit. Boy, tip of the cap at bat to Hicks, who fought off pitch after pitch and gets rewarded with a leadoff single.
Yeah, I'm sure Sale just, if you're going to get a knock off me to right, do it in the first pitch. Don't make me throw 9. 8 or 9 pitches.
Giancarlo Stanton, the batter. Stanton appeared in his first ever postseason game in the wild card game Wednesday. He had gone 1,144 regular season games without appearing in a postseason game. Now next on that list, as far as active players, Kyle Seager of the Mariners. He's well over 1,000 games without going to the postseason. Here's a ground ball just wide to third base, foul. That's a lot of games to play in without ever going to the postseason. You know?
Seattle hasn't been to the postseason since 2001, so
been a while. Red Sox 5 runs on 5 hits. Yankees no runs, 2 hits. Stanton at the plate, top of the 4th inning. Nobody out, 1 on. Stanton struck out swinging in the first. And now Aaron Boone is asking for time.
Looks like Hicks. He busted out in that foul ball, busting out at second base in case that ball was fair, and now he's came back a little gimpy. I'm not so sure what it was, but.
So Aaron Boone and one of the Yankee trainers out to take a look at Aaron Hicks. And if he's got any kind of issue, that could be really bad news for the Yankees.
A little chilly night.
Had a little hammy late in the season that bothered him.
He seems to be standing around by the bag, almost like he knows something's wrong. He's now bent over at the waist, the trainer with his arm around him. And Boone took a quick look into the dugout. And they're going to ask him to stretch out. And the Yankees
can't really tell what it is. He's just sort of stretching his body. It's not like, you know, a lot of times you can see a guy stretch out the groin or the hamstring.
He's coming out.
Coming out of this one.
He's coming out, so they'll have to more than likely go to Brett Gardner here. Neil Walker can also play the outfield, but Gardner is a regular outfielder. And it looks like Gardner's getting his stuff, and he'll be heading out to first base and taking over for Aaron Hicks, who has to leave this game, game 1.
Favoring that right leg as he leaves.
So Gardner at first base for Hicks.
I tell you, I don't know. We'll see how long Chris Sale goes into this game, but Hicks, again, as far as the Yankees go, he hits them better than anybody in this lineup, and Gardner only 4 for 25 against Chris Sale. Just a question of how many times he would actually face him. Now here we are in the 4th, Sale up to 61.
So Stanton now awaits the next pitch. He has an 0-1 count on him. Red Sox outfield had been meeting together in center field. Now the corner outfielders retreating to their positions. Benintendi in left, Betts in right. A little bit off center toward right center in front of the triangle is Jackie Bradley Jr. Pitch to Stanton, swung out, fouled off to the right. Now to play, it's 0-2. Chris Sale with a fastball at 92, and he'll do that occasionally. If you see 92, don't panic, because he adds and subtracts to that fastball all the time. And now that he's got his 96 to 97 back, he can really do that and do it effectively. Stretch by Sale, peeks over at Gardner at first base. 0-2 to Stanton on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Struck him out for the second time tonight. One gone for New York in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, you mentioned that, like, 92 he throws. He usually throws that one down and away to righties. Little two-seamer, takes a little bit off it, a little bit more movement. This one here was that slider, that backdoor slider that was below the zone, and Stanton just swung over.
That was devastating. That ball broke a foot and a half.
You know, the right-handed hitters who say it looks like the second baseman throws that pitch. It comes from that far toward first base. Almost sidearm, but not quite. And now here is Voit. Voit 1 for 1. He singled on a fastball up the middle. He saw 2 pitches in his at-bat against Sale his first time up. Takes a slider here for a strike. Well, Voit pinwheeling the bat around at the plate. Gardner off first, 1 down.
Well, I'll say this about Voit. He's kind of annoying. But you can only be annoying if you can hit. You know, and I'll tell you, he can hit. It's just I want to see him pimp balls that don't get out of the ballpark.
Like he did against the A's.
Here's the 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. A weak wave at an off-speed pitch.
He pumped his fist when he hit a ball to right field, went off the fence.
He had his index finger up in the air.
Well, he even did it in September against the Red Sox. I mean, he pimped a home run to right field, the shortest right field in all the baseball, and to the point where they had to review it because I think the fan reached over. I mean, it was barely hit the first row. It's 310 down there. Listen, I don't. You hit a bomb, you can pimp it. Hell, I don't care what you do. Rip your shirt off, run around the bases without a shirt. But you can't pimp a home run that doesn't get out of the ballpark.
0-2 pitch to Voit is low, blocked by Sandy.
I mean, let the boys play. Let the boys play, right? I'm fine with that. But, yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Make sure it's gone.
If you hit it far enough, okay. I thought Stephen Piscotty was going to catch that the other night. I thought he should have caught it. I think if it's in another right field, he does catch it.
If you hit a bomb and start pointing to your dugout, fist pumping, that baby better be about 15 rows deep, 20 rows deep. It can't come off the top of the wall.
Would a player say anything to him about that?
They're happy he hit a triple, but they probably give him the business a little bit.
1 on, 1 out, 1-2 count to Voit. Stretch by Sale. The Red Sox left-hander, long stare at first base. Now the pitch. And he got him with a backdoor slider. Strike 3 called. Another punch out for Chris Sale, and there are 2 down.
That's 7 for Sale right now. He's feeling pretty good about himself. Got this slider working.
3 of them called.
You know, it's not
4 of them called.
Yeah, it's not the slider on the back foot to righties where they're swinging over. Now Stanton just did that. It was a little back, down away. He's freezing them with this backdoor slider. It's almost like David Price's cutter when he throws it to righties away. He's just freezing them. They're not even off.
Red Sox up 5-0 here in Game 1 of the division series. Top of the 4th inning. And Didi Gregorius up. He struck out first time up. He lines one hard down toward the pesky pole, and it is just foul. Just to the right of the pole. DJ Rayburn, the right field umpire, had a great view of it. But a line shot is that slider didn't slide quite enough. It hung over the plate a little bit. And Gregorius able to get the barrel of the bat on it and pull it.
Yeah, that's just guess. He's just sitting slider, and Sale didn't get it outer half. He left it inner half, and luckily Didi got around this ball a little bit.
2 down. Gardner at first, off the line at third, and his toes barely touching the infield grass is Eduardo Nunez. Stretched by Sale, the pitch. And Gregorius bounces one toward the middle. Long go for Kinsler. He knocks it down, but he does not have a play, and that'll be a base hit for Gregorius. Kinsler had a long way to go to make a backhanded play. Got a glove on it, but just couldn't squeeze it. And even if he had been able to make the catch, Gardner was closing in quickly on second base. It probably wouldn't have had a force there. So 2 on. And the tying run coming to the plate in Miguel Andujar. I'm sorry, not the tying run. Would have been earlier. 2 on and 2 out. Red Sox up 5-0 after the 2-run third. Runners off first and second. And Sale delivers. And Andujar takes inside, a low ball 1.
Well, first really big spot here for Chris. You got to go pitch to pitch. You can't take a hitter off. This Yankee lineup up and down the lineup. They got guys popping Andujar 27 bombs. You can't give it a breather at all. Make this thing a 5-3 game and keep executing, doing what you're doing.
Signed down by Sandy Leon, using the external signs first. And now the hand signals, and it took too long for Andujar's liking. He requested time and got it. Gardner at second base came in for Aaron Hicks, who had to leave due to an apparent injury. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Andujar.
When you talk about those signs, it becomes really important when you play a team 19 times to flip your signs, to change them coming into the postseason. You start to get to know a team. You start to get to know a pitcher, a catcher, what he's comfortable with. And it's easy to pick those things up.
1-1 the count to Andujar, right-handed batter. 297 during the regular season. The pitch swung on, fouled back, and Chris ahead in the count, 1-2. And especially when you have a runner at second base who can pick up the sign. Got to keep changing them. Now fans are on their feet all around Fenway. They want another punch out. Andujar hit into a double play to end the second inning. 2 on, 2 out, 5-0 Boston. A stretch by Sale. Looks at second, kicks, comes home, and delivers outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tried the changeup and missed. A bit low, a little bit outside, and now Andujar with a 2-2 pitch coming to him. As Sale toes the rubber on the third base side. Long look in for a sign as Andujar readies himself at the plate. Gardner off of second. Gregorius off of first. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. 3 strikeouts in the inning. 8 in the game for Sale. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. And after 3.5 at Fenway, it's the Red Sox 5, Yankees nothing. Along with Red Sox Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione. Lou Merloni, I'm Tim Neverett. Glad you're with us here. Game 1 of the American League Division Series. Best of 5. Red Sox hoping to get off to a good start. David Price pitching against Masahiro Tanaka tomorrow night in Game 2. First pitch expected at 8:15. And the Red Sox and Yankees will both travel back to New York for Game 3 Monday, after having Sunday off in the Big Apple. But right now, lots to do. Still a long way to go here tonight. 5 runs on 5 hits. No runs on 3 hits for New York. Again, 5-5-0 the numbers for the Red Sox. It'll be the bottom part of the order. Ian Kinsler, Sandy Leon, and Jackie Bradley Jr. facing Chad Green, who had to take over for Jay Happ. Happ lasted just 2 innings plus 2 hitters. Gave up a 3-run bomb to J.D. Martinez. The Red Sox with 3 hits in the third, plated 2 more runs against him. Kinsler fouls it off to the right and out of play, and it's 0-1 to Ian Kinsler. Kinsler 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second inning. So far, so good for Chris Sale. That was a lot of the conversation this week. How would he do? How would he feel? A pitch outside for a ball, 1-1. And you know, with 4 days off between the last game of the regular season and tonight, that's a long time in baseball time. And a lot of time for a lot of conversation, and there was plenty of it, I'm sure. A lot written, a lot said. 1-1. Kinsler fouls it back, and that goes into the TV booth off to our left.
Well, one of the positives, I think, during that stretch was, Chris Sale threw on Monday. He threw a bullpen indoors on Tuesday, and then threw a bullpen out here on Wednesday. So you start talking about health. I mean, there's no way this guy's throwing 3 days in a row if he's not healthy. So he's still trying to figure that thing out. He looks healthy tonight. 1-2
pitch from Green. And Kinsler lines it to right field. That's down for a base hit. 1 hop for Aaron Judge. Kinsler 1 for 2 and a leadoff single for the Red Sox second baseman.
Well, again, I think, Game 1, you obviously offense getting going. Chris Sale throwing the ball real well. For everybody, it's like opening day again, right? You want to get that first hit. You want to feel comfortable. You don't want to be 0 for 4 pressing the next game and be that guy. So it's nice to see Kinsler get a knock. And again, this bottom third of the order, Sandy Leon here followed by Jackie, get everybody involved in the party feeling good about tomorrow.
Well, the Yankees shifted 3 to the right. Playing toward the middle is Didi Gregorius, just to the right of second base. Sandy Leon at the plate. Throw to first. Kinsler back standing.
Oh, would you bunt Sandy here? We're seeing that he struggled.
Absolutely. I think you put this bunt down and move him over for Jackie. Up 5-0. Try to put in every run now. That's more important. It's beautiful.
And Duhart in on the grass at third. Sandy not bunting. He swings away and misses. And it's 0-1.
They might have a lot of times in a bunt situation. It lets you swing away in the first pitch. Figure you're going to buy yourself a fastball down the middle. Sometimes 0-1. If you missed it, put it on here.
Yankees have right-hander Lance Lynn warming up in the bullpen. Green set and the 0-1 coming to Sandy Leon. He squares bunts, puts it toward the pitcher. Easily a sacrifice bunt as Green throws it over to Voit at first base. Good job by Sandy Leon. And over to second base goes Kinsley.
Well, it's exactly what I was just saying. That I used to bunt. And a lot of times, they knew I was a fastball hitter. So in a bunting situation, you say, listen, I'm not going to make you bunt in the first pitch. If you get a fastball down the middle, they're going to hand it to you thinking you're bunting. Give me a hack. Let's see what can happen. If you swing and miss, foul it off, so be it. It's going to be on that second pitch. Is exactly what happened here with Sandy.
Red Sox only had 7 sack bunts all season as a team. That was Sandy's 4th. He had 3 in the regular season. 3 of the 7.
Pitch to Jackie. Swings, hits it a long way down the left field side. It is slicing, and it is just foul. Might have had home run distance. It was into the top deck, right in the corner by the left field pole. It sliced over there. But Jackie putting good wood on that one, trying to go the other way. A long strike for JBJ. 0-1 the count to Bradley. 246 hitter against the Yankees over the course of his career, hitting 234 at the end of the regular season. Tonight he's 0 for 1. Kinsler off of second base, 1 out. Green's pitch. And Jackie pops it up left side of the infield. Backpedaling and Duhart. Calling him off as the shortstop Gregorius. Couple of steps in the outfield grass. He'll make the catch. 2 men out for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A new choice in afternoon drive. Ordway, Merloni, and Fourier. 2 to 6. Sports Radio 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1 Lawrence, Boston. A radio.com station.
Mookie Betts will be walked intentionally. Trots down to first base, and they'll go after Andrew Benintendi instead. Time for the Dana-Farber Brigham and Women's Cancer Center. You have us in it, where all patients are cared for by a team specializing in their exact type of cancer. Learn more at youhaveus.org. Benintendi 2 for 2, an opposite field ground ball base hit in the first and a bunt base hit in the third. Benny has scored 2 of the 5 Red Sox runs.
He was clocked 3.74 home to first on the bunt. Of course, he's running as he's bunting. The drag.
Well, 2 on, 2 out. Pitch by Green. Benintendi measures it up. It's on the outside edge for a strike. Career high this season with 103 runs scored, 168 hits, 41 doubles, and 6 triples. 21 stolen bases for Benny, a career high at 20 last year. Baseball is 30-30 man, getting a lead off of first base, and Benny fouls it off to the left. Huge lead for Benintendi. Voit with 2 outs playing way behind it. Kinsler the runner at second.
Benny 1 for 6 with a walk and 3 Ks against Green.
Green peeks in at Sanchez for a side. A right-hander, first base side of the rubber. Peeks back at second. Kicks, fires. And a little tapper foul over by the Yankee dugout. Still 0-2 to Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi has homered in each of his 2 postseason series. Did it in his first career postseason plate appearance on the 6th of October 2016 at Cleveland.
Had that one last year in the last game against Verlander. Came out of the bullpen.
0-2 pitch to Benintendi. He swings in and hits it on the ground hard to third base, and Duhart looks at second, pump fakes, and then goes to first where Voit is standing waiting for him. And Benintendi is out 5-3. Nothing across, 1 hit, And 2.
Red Sox leading 5-0 as we go to the 5th inning. As Chris Sale takes the hill, he's allowed 3 hits, all singles. Only one man is advanced past first base. That was Hicks and his bench runner Gardner, who got to second base, still awaiting an injury report on Hicks, who left with an apparent groin or hamstring problem as he ran out a single.
The other part too about that, Joe, with Hicks is that the Yankees went with 12 pitchers. The Red Sox have 11. Lance Lynn is kind of maybe that extra guy you weren't sure about, but if Hicks is unable to go, you get Neil Walker, Romine, and a defensive man, Hechavarria. So kind of a little bit of a thin bench here now for Aaron Boone, especially moving forward with Aaron Hicks.
Indeed. Here's Sanchez, who struck out looking his first time up, and he swings and pops a foul. First base side, strike one. Red Sox baseball brought to you by Herb Chambers, your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer with locations in Boston, Linfield, and Natick. Learn more at herbchambers.com. Sanchez hitting 8th in the batting order. He has 3 career postseason home runs. And a weak swing at a slow slider. Really took something off that pitch, and he was way out in front with a weak one-hand wave. So with 8 punch-outs through 4 and 2 walks. Jumping ahead of the Yankees' powerful hitting catcher. Here it is. Swing and a soft one-hopper, hit the second, grabbed by Kinsler, edge of the outfield grass, throws to first for the out. Sounded like he may have broken his bat, 1 down.
Sounded like he hit it with a wet newspaper.
Well, he avoids striking out, if that's any consolation. Really not much of a consolation these days, because strikeouts don't have the stigma they used to.
Now, a lot of these guys would probably rather strike out than do what he just did.
Now Gleyber Torres, who walked his first time up. Torres didn't cover second on that force play.
No, Andujar kind of caught it, looked up, and Torres just hanging out.
A little bit low ball 1. Is that a 21-year-old
we've seen that from him before, and I don't know if Mookie Betts with that big lead at second base, if there was a lack of communication of just, he's got such a big lead with his speed, there's no need to come here, go across the diamond.
1-0 is outside with a slider, 2-0. Especially with Andujar and his erratic arm. He'd like to take the short route rather than cross the diamond. 2-0 to the number 9 hitter. Strike over the outside corner.
Well, before the game, Alex Cora said the goal is to get 18 outs here from Chris Sale. And here we are at the top of the 5th. 1 out, and he's sitting at 80 pitches. So that's the plan.
And a ground ball stabbed by Sale on 1 hop. Throws to first for the out. A hard 1 hopper, probably would have been a hit. Right into his glove, and he one-handed it and gets the easy out. 2 down for McCutchen, who struck out. And then pivotal play to drive down the right field line. Mookie made a running catch, running directly toward the pesky Paul on the track to save a double or triple. He whirled around and fired to first and almost doubled the runner off first. So 2 out and nobody on. 81 pitches, 54 for strikes. Chris delivers, and the fastball too high, ball 1.
Seen McCutchen, since he's been with the Yankees, chase the high fastball a little bit more often than he has earlier in his career. He's tempted to go after it more now.
And he swings, hits one in the air to right. Mookie coming in, a few steps to his left. He's there, puts it away, and an easy 5th inning for Sale after 4.5 unofficial game. 5-0 Red Sox on the Shaws in Star Market. WEEI Red Sox radio 280. They got it from the Twins in mid-season. He was 10-10 overall, 7-8 with the Twins, a 5.10 ERA with the Yanks. And 11 games, 9 starts, 3-2, a 4.14. Green, 2 innings, no runs, but he allowed 2 inherited runners to score. He gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, which was intentional, and no strikeouts for Chad Green. So Lynn, the former Cardinal, longtime Cardinal on the mound, he faced the Red Sox in the 2013 World Series in 2 games, 1 start, and suffered a loss. In the postseason overall, 5-4, all in a Cardinal uniform. Pierce, J.D. Martinez, and Bogarts do. Pierce had a 4-pitch walk in the first, then walked home on the J.D. homer, and then ripped An RBI single to left field in the third, facing the hard-throwing righty Lance Lynn. Here it comes, and a ground ball top foul, first base side. It's time for a health plan that puts you first and helps make your experience easier, smarter, better. Always Health Partners, you in every way. Learn more at alwayshealthpartners.org, a member of Partners Healthcare. The 0-1 deal, sinking low and inside.
Yeah, Lance Lynn, he kind of, with all that two-seamer and the four-seamer, the two-seamer is going to kind of be with some movement down and in, 91, 93. Four-seamer, you can get up to 95, 96. Cutter curveball, but pretty much fastball dominant.
Pretty much fastball, 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 right? The 1-1. There's a breaking pitch low. A slider or cutter there at 88. He's out of Ole Miss, where he played 3 years. And now we get a delay. There's a crazy runs on the field and takes a dive. Security will take care of him.
That's never worth it.
That's a weak effort.
Isn't that awful?
Ran
in jail, big fine.
Ran about 50 feet and just dove head first.
And now he pay the price.
Now he gets taken off. That wasn't even a...
There's been a bird that's been perched out there in right center field. He took a dive straight for the bird, too.
Bird's still there. It didn't phase him at all.
The bird don't care.
The bird's thinking like we're thinking. The guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Exactly. Want entertainment designed just for you? Then check out the customizable streaming TV from Xfinity. It makes your life simple, easy, awesome. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. 2-1. Here's Steve Pearce with 3 infielders now on the left side as they shift. Then the native of Indiana delivers, and a ground ball hit the third, and Duhar has it. Sets, fires in time for the out. 1 gone for J.D. Martinez, who's nearly had 2 3-run homers. Line to 2-0 pitch over the wall into the monster seats. A 3-run homer in the first inning, and then with 2 on, hit a long drive to right, and Aaron Judge caught it against the bullpen fence right where the bullpen split. Did advance a runner to third, and that led to a run because Xander followed with a sac fly. Here's the pitch, and it's taken low, ball 1. 5-0 Red Sox. They've out-hit the Yankees 6-3. Sale at 81 pitches over 5. Only 1 man to second base. Lynn's best year 2012, 18-7 with St. Louis. 1-0. Swing, a little flare, hit to the first baseman, caught by Voit for the out. Jammed him on that one.
He does have a lot of movement down and in on guys. That's exactly what that fastball did right there. Just ran in on his hands.
So here's Xander, who fouled the first, then hit a screamer to right. Judge caught it, but it was a sac fly as Benintendi with a great break off third tagged and scored. 5-0 Red Sox. 3 in the first on the J.D. blast and 2 more in the third. In 10-10 with a 4.77 ERA this year. Opponents at 2.65 against him. Xander takes a strike at the knees, down and away. And he allowed a total of 14 homers. Needless to say, a full house at Fenway for game 1. Swing and a miss. They took something off of that one. One of the few off-speed pitches, a curveball from Lance Lynn.
That's an 81-mile-an-hour curveball. He's throwing a ball 94, 95. Big differential.
So he's ahead of Xander 0-2, which is nothing unusual for Xander. The pitch bouncing in. He had some 70 two-strike hits this year.
Yeah, that's the impressive thing with him. I mean, he showed that the last couple of years, right? But now he's also taking advantage of the hitter's counts. You know, he's driving the baseball as well, but when he does get into 2 strikes, he still has kept that same approach, a 2-strike approach, and kind of just rounded out his game.
103 runs. The pitch. Swing, a little fisted foul behind the first base dugout into the stands. So the Yankees on their third pitcher. Happ, the starter, just 2 innings, plus 2 batters, 4 hits, 5 runs, a walk, and 2 Ks. One and 2 with 2 out. Here it comes, and Xander swings and grounds one toward the middle. Gregorius gloves, throws across his body to first, wide, gets away. And on safely at first is Bogarts. The ball hit the fence by the Red Sox dugout. Off balance throw, and he bounced it to the right field side at first. Xander with an infield hit. Boy, that fence, though, I don't know why they didn't have it years ago, but it saved a million errors for fielders.
Listen, believe me, playing second base and shortstop, I would have loved to have seen that fence over there. It's a tough play. Didi did a nice job of getting to an aggressive angle to the ball to kind of cut it off, but because that angle was so sharp, he really had no momentum at all, or tough throw for him off balance.
So it is a hit. By the way, the 5th inning's been the best for the Red Sox this year, with 129 runs scored and a .311 5th inning batting average. Nunez is fly to right, pop to second. Lynn delivers. Strike over the outer half.
Third time through the order, right? Usually in that 5th inning, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe the order, and face a guy for the 3rd time. Red Sox lineup to take advantage.
Makes a lot of sense. 7 hits now for Boston. 0-1 to Nooney. Outside with a cutter. If he reaches, it'll be Kinsler next. First 5 hitters have all had base hits tonight in the Red Sox lineup. One to Eduardo. And a throw to first, and Xander hops back safely.
Look at Lynn's pitch mix so far. 4 of his 13 are either curveballs or cutters, and the rest is a mix of 4-seam and 2-seam fastballs. Typically, he's going to throw even a higher percentage of fastballs. It's just what he does with it, where he places it location-wise and up and down.
1-1, fisted ground ball off the pitcher's glove, rolls to the second baseman. Torres has throws just in time. Would have been an easy play for the second baseman without any rush, but the pitcher slowed it down. 1-4-3. However, the side is retired after 5-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Reds. 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. And he has some tough hitters here. Judge, Gardner, and Stanton, with Voit due 4th here in the 6th inning. Right now at Shaw's and Star Market, you can take advantage of the stock-up sale for great deals like select varieties of Nabisco Oreos, Thin Bites, or premium crackers for only $1.99 each when you buy 3. Only at Shaw's and Star Market, official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. The bullpen is busy for the Red Sox.
Looks like Ryan Brazier is up, starting to get loose. It's a little surprise, 83 pitches for sale. Like I said before the game, the plan, Alex Cora says, to get 18 outs. And
he has 15.
Just kind of wondering who that first guy out was. I thought they'd take advantage of Eovaldi, getting an inning or 2 out of him. Still being able to come back in game 4.
Pitch is swung on top foul, third base side of the slider by Judge, who struck out looking in the first, and then hit a ground ball to second, forcing a runner to end the 3rd. Alex told us on the pregame, 99.3% sure Eovaldi will pitch game 4.
Yeah.
Up from 99.2% yesterday. Here's the 0-1. And it runs inside.
I think when you look at the bullpen, though, the way it was used at the end of the regular season, it's a much different look now with Eduardo Rodriguez out there. Stephen Wright's really come into his own and gives him a different look.
Backdoor slider missing low.
And even tonight when Eovaldi's available, that's a lot different look in terms of the bullpen.
Again, Eovaldi probably wouldn't be available right in game 2 and obviously not in game 3. So I thought maybe you'd take advantage of him here tonight. But and Brazier, I thought more of like a 7th, 8th inning guy, right?
That's what he's been.
2-1 is outside, off speed missing. So Chris falling behind Judge here, 3-1. And here's the pitch. Swing and a shot toward left center. Jackie won't get it. He does cut it off on the second hop. And Holes judged to a single as he hit a bullet on a 94-mile-an-hour heater. So that's the fourth hit that Chris has allowed, and it brings up Gardner batting for the first time. The pinch ran for Hicks, who walked and singled and then left with some sort of a leg injury. Gardner pinch ran for him.
That's a nice trade-off for Chris here. Again, Gardner 4 for 25 off him in his career. I mean, Hicks hitting 320 off him, so
Gardner hit only 236 with 12 homers. Had a tough finish. The guy spoils a lot of good strikes to pitch. High ball one. He can really make pitchers work with deep counts. Leadoff man on. That's the third time that leadoff man reach. 1-0. Strike at the knees, down and away.
It's so different now that we're back to non-September baseball, where you have to make this move. And Aaron Boone had to bring in Gardner here, a full-time outfielder, but a left-handed hitter against Sale. He might have had a right-handed option with a 40-man roster as opposed to what he's got now with a 25-man roster.
Gardner's the Yankees' longest tenured player. The pitch. Swing, ground ball hit weakly toward the middle. Bogarts has it, flips the second out, on to first. No. Very tough to double it unless the ball's hammered hard right in an infield near second base. He gets a good break out of the box, a weak grounder, and they get the 6-4 force. I thought Sander might do it himself and fire on, but
he had a chance. I don't think he would have had Gardner anyway, so he can still get down the line.
6-4 force, and here's Stanton, who struck out swinging twice. First time on a changeup, second time on a slider. One on, one out. 91 pitches for Chris. Looking more and more like this might be it.
Sure. 91 pitches.
He deals. Swing and a miss. High fastball up and away. It was 95, so hasn't lost a lot of velocity.
Certainly answered all the questions. I can tell you that much. I mean, 95 miles an hour in his 92nd pitch of the game here in the 6th inning. Huge question coming in. Just looks sharp.
Here's the 0-1. Stanton swings and lines one to left for a base hit. Benintendi grabs it on a hop. Very hard hit ball. 2 men on as Gardner stops at second. And Voit coming up. And here comes Alex Cora. Let's see if that does it.
Yeah, sometimes the opposing hitters can tell a manager when it's time as opposed to pitch count or other factors. And it looks like it's time.
So bullpen will need some length. He goes 5 1/3 and leaves with a 5-0 lead. 2 on, 1 out. Tremendous ovation for Chris Sale. He certainly made Red Sox Nation feel a lot better with his performance tonight.
$169 a month, or choose up to $11,350 total savings on select F-150 XLTs. Call 877-FORD-002 or log on to buyfordnow.com for details and to get more great Ford Truck Month deals.
So here's Ryan Brazier. It was a great find for the Red Sox. I'm sure you know the story. Blitz in Japan last year as a mop-up guy. Emailed the Red Sox, asked him for a tryout. They gave him one in January in Arizona. The other clubs were there too. Didn't hear anything for almost 2 months. In early March, the Red Sox and Scout Steve Peck liked the slider, so they got back in touch with him, signed him on March 2nd, began at Pawtucket, and then gave the bullpen a tremendous lift when he got to the big leagues, pitching very effectively. Brazier was 2-0 with a 1.60 ERA in 34 games. Allowed only 19 hits in 33 2/3 innings. 2 on, 1 out, and Voit, the batter, he singled to center and struck out looking. Brazier's first pitch with runners leading at first and second, and it's lined down the first base side. Fair ball, kicking off the sidewall to Mookie. A run is scored, and the throwback behind first gets away, backed up by Brazier, and it's 5-1. An opposite field single for Voit. And the Yankees are on the board. Run charge to Sale. He poked the pitch down and away for a hit.
Yeah, just a fastball that he just inside out, ground ball, hard ground ball right down the line. You know, again, I think that's why it's important, that 5-run cushion. You know, Ryan Brazier making his postseason debut. He comes in here 5-0. It's a lot better feeling than it is if it was, say, a 2-0 game or even a 3-0 game. And got to get right back into it here against a very dangerous hitter in Didi Gregorius.
His third postseason RBI. Gregorius struck out in an infield hit up the middle. Runners at first and third. Ball carried nicely to Mookie to prevent a double. Brazier deals, and a swinging strike at a slider by his back foot. Probably his best pitch, although he can hit in the high 90s with his fastball.
Well, I like that pitch. You know, you start talking about advanced scouting reports. And one thing about Brazier, strike thrower, he'll attack it, come at you with the fastball, and Voit aggressive on the first pitch, Didi aggressive on the first pitch, but he got a slider instead.
Stand at third, Voit at first, 1 out, 5-1 Red Sox, the 0-1. Luke foul, left of the plate into the stands. Gregorius 0 for 1 against Brazier. The run charge to Chris Sale. Brazier would love a K here, but he's got a tough man to strike out. Even though Gregorius is fanned once tonight, and only once every 8.2 plate appearances this year. Workman up in the pen too. 5-1 Red Sox in the 6th. The Yankees have a run home, threatening for more. Brazier ahead 0-2. Long set. Here it is. Swinging a foul straight back out of play.
Well, now it's here in the middle of an inning. This is when you're going to see the two relievers kind of, you know, up in the pen to get out, to come in with guys on base. Whether it's starters like Eovaldi or Erod, I don't know if you want to bring them in out of the bullpen with guys on base. You want to give them a clean inning. You know, we tried it with Wright, so we might still be able to do it with him. I see Brandon Workman up right now.
And Duhar next. 0-2 to Gregorius. Down a little low. Had a notion but held off. Nice save by Sandy for that hard slider by his back foot. The Yankees have half a dozen hits, all singles, one fewer hit than the Red Sox have. First baseman Pierce almost on the bag, just a couple of feet off and shallow. Left-hand batter against the right-hand pitcher. And the 1-2. Swing, foul, straight back. Yankees still have the ability to spoil a lot of pitches.
And Brazier took a little off that last one, a slider. He's had the good fastball this year, and the slider also good down and into the lefties.
Gardner scored their first run. Brazier with a 1-2 pitch. His first postseason action. Here it comes. Low, nice save by Sandy. Another slider.
Well, that's exactly what he's trying to do now. You mentioned that slider down and in. That's how he can attack lefties. It's just the last couple he has thrown haven't been competitive. I mean, they're dropping, landing before home plate. There's no reason for Didi even to offer at it, and that's kind of how he wants to get him out. He just can't execute that pitch.
Didi batting 6th with Andujar next. After that, Sanchez. All power threats. Brazier ready for the 2-2. Here it is. The inside. This with a fastball, this time by his back foot. Now, Voigt's a very slow runner. Wouldn't think they'd send him here.
No, I wouldn't think so.
But a walk could bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, you got contact guys you mentioned up next, but it'd be different if he was, you know, good speed, then I think you would. It's not.
Brazier ready for the payoff pitch to Gregorius. Runners lead at first and third. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball, hit the second. Charged by Kinzer. Throws to second out, on to first. No. A run scores at 5-2. Not hit hard enough to get the double play. Kinsler did all he could. Shazdik grabbed it on a high bounce, and they get the 4-6 force. Gregorius drives in a run. 9th career postseason RBI. And both runs charged to Sale, so that closes the book on Chris.
Twice as many runs as he's given up against them all year.
2 runs, although both scored after he left the game. 5 hits, 2 walks, 8 Ks, and 5 1/3.
Well, that's the beauty of having that 5-run cushion. You know, you first and third, already giving up 1 run. You'll take that right there. You will take that all day long. Now you got a man on first, 2 outs to try to finish the job here with Andujar and move on.
4-6 on the force. Andujar is grounded out into a 4-6-3 double play and then struck out. 5-2 Red Sox. Here's the pitch. Slider outside, not by much. Ball 1. The workmen continue to warm. Frazier sets. Goes to first. Runner dives back in a close play.
Well, he's got a good move to first for a right-hander. I mean, we've seen him have some close ones over there. We've seen him pick off a guy or two.
Maybe 10 steals, caught 6 times, so that's not great. 1-0 to the rookie. And the pitch is outside. Another home run threat next in Sanchez. You look up on the lineup, they're almost all home run threats.
Well, they absolutely are. Well, they got 20-plus home runs from all 9 spots in the batting order.
Yeah, the number 9 hitter's got 24. Gleyber Torres. Sanchez the only one without 20. He's got 18.
2-0. Frazier ready. He deals. And he bounced it in front of the plate. It kicks to the backstop. Wild pitch. Well, he threw that slider about 57 feet.
That slider's been such a good pitch for him this year, but he's been spiking a few here this inning, and this is where you he's on second base now, but you still got to pitch to that scoreboard. I mean, you got a 3-run cushion. Tying runs on deck. You got to make Andujar swing the bat here.
Well, that breaking ball was really snap hooked. I mean, that was so short. Bounced up. Sandy didn't have a chance to make a play on it at all.
3-0 pitch. Can't groove one here. Frazier delivers. He's taking all the way. It's a strike. With the bat flat on his shoulder and took a half a step toward first. Well, it seems critical to prevent this run from scoring at second base.
Well, I'd rather see him challenge him than get too cute and first and second with 2 outs with Sanchez. I mean, make this guy swing.
3 balls and a strike to Andujar. Frazier at the belt delivers. And he chased the slider that bounced in front of the plate for a strike. Tried to hold up. Well, that certainly was ball 4.
Well, you want to talk about guessing fastball? I mean, this curve, this slider bounce, you can see the mark still. I'd say about 4 feet in front of home plate. And Andujar offers at it.
Well, he got lucky there. A chance to
1 pitch.
Put him away.
Execute 1 pitch right here.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second. 5-2 Red Sox in the 6th. Frazier backs off. Andujar steps out. Right-hand batter from Dominican Republic. Power to all fields. Frazier is ready. Holds it. Deals. Outside, he walked him, and that does get the tying run to the plate, and that will do it for Ryan Frazier. There's a tough outing. 2 of the 3 men he faced reached. 2 inherited runs score, and Alex Cora. The call on Brandon Workman, who was very good in the postseason in 2013.
Yeah, Red Sox needed to get more out of Frazier there instead of just 1 out. I mean, they figured that he'd be able to get out of this inning. Workman up for insurance. Now Workman's got to come in early.
Well, he's been so good for them all year long, but you had to wonder. See him in that postseason. It definitely looked like there was some nerves there from Ryan Frazier.
Pitching replacement brought to you by
F-150 XLTs. Call 877-FORD-002 or log on to buyfordnow.com for details and to get more great Ford Truck Month deals.
So Brandon Workman inherited 18 runners during the regular season, 5 scored. He had 3 stints with the Red Sox, went 6-1 with a 3.27 ERA in 43 games. He did allow 6 homers in 41 1/3, and he has the tying run at the plate in the person of home run threat Gary Sanchez, who struck out looking and grounded out 4-3. In the postseason, Workman was in 7 games in 2013, lost his only decision. That was on that interference play at St. Louis. Ron Craig got entangled at third base with Will Middlebrooks, but he did not allow an earned run in 8 2/3 innings. So here he is facing Sanchez, struck out looking and grounded out 4-3. 5-2 Red Sox, tying run at the plate with 2 out in the 6th inning. Still a long way to go. Workman showed a very good power curve this year. He delivers, and Sanchez takes the curve, low and away, ball 1.
Steve Pierce snuck in behind Andahar at first base, caught him kind of sleeping a little bit, and Sandy didn't react.
Sanchez 150 with runners in scoring position and 2 out, but always a threat. 1 for 6 against Workman with a walk and 2 Ks. Gregorius at second. Andujar walked at first. Both belong to Brazier. Workman's 1-0 pitch. Here it is. And it's high and away. Robert Torres on deck. Nobody warming at the moment.
Well, every pitch becomes so important. Huge spot in this game. I don't care what Sanchez hit during the year. They're a very dangerous hitter. Tying run at the plate. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Workman's going to have to execute a pitch.
Got 3 postseason homers. Loves Fenway. Runners lead at first and second, and the 2-0 pitch. It's low.
This one we go back to, Andahar up at the plate, and it's like, hey, 5-2. I want to be careful with him. Well, when you're too careful with him and you walk the guy, hell, if you gave up the 2-run shot, you still got the lead. But you're too careful. Same thing here with Workman. He knows he's the tying run, so he's got to be careful. He's too careful. Now you're creating a situation where you have bases loaded. At some point, you got to attack and have confidence.
Can't groove one here. 3-0. Workman delivers. He takes high, ball 4. He wasn't even close. So now the tying runs are on. The go-ahead run at the plate, and Gleyber Torres with 24 home runs in the regular season. The night he's walked and grounded out 1-3, and Dana Levangie visits the mound.
As well as Chris Sale pitched, Ryan Brazier didn't give him what they needed, and Workman comes out of the bullpen with a 4-pitch walk, exactly what you don't need to put the tying run on.
And there's still so many outs to go in this one.
So we do have an update on Aaron Hicks. Right hamstring tightness. And he is continuing to be evaluated at this point in time, but he had to leave in the 4th inning with right hamstring tightness.
So Gleyber Torres batting. 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Workman, who's yet to throw a strike. Torres looked like the Rookie of the Year candidate in the first half of the year. Went on the DL and struggled initially after coming off. But he's a big threat, 21 years old, acquired from the Cubs. Gregorius at third.
A louder half, strike 1, let's go.
And Dua at second. Sanchez at first with 2 down. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curve away. Torres 7 for 13 with the bases loaded this year. Yankees have hit 8 grand slams, batting .253 with the sacks full. Got him out with a curve.
That's a big pitch for Work. Get ahead here.
Big right-hander from University of Texas gets the sign from Leon. And now Torres granted time. Rookie out of Venezuela backs out. Here's the 0-1. Outside, nice save by Sandy. Backhanded, a breaking ball, a cutter. Down and away. More like a hard slurve. Yankees really took off when they called up Torres and Andujar from AAA early in the season. Along top of the sixth, it's not over yet. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And he takes outside. Still nobody warming. Touching on deck.
Yeah, that was close.
First home run came May 4th at Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm really surprised nobody's up. I mean, guys come in and walk. Sanchez falling behind here 2-1.
Torres was an all-star. 2-1 the count, 3 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Low and away, 3-1. Well, he seems reluctant to throw his fastball.
Well, again, this is, things tighten up, and you don't want to give up a bomb, or something. And so you get extra careful with it. And you hope these guys chase rather than the attack mode of locating a fastball with the aggressiveness. And sometimes just sit back and let you walk them. Walk the last two guys here now in this inning.
Touching on deck. Bullpen springing into action.
Getting Eddie Rodriguez up.
3-1 pitch. Here it is. Strike over the outer half. Fastball at 91. Torres had 13 homers out of the number 9 spot this year, most by a Yankee in a single season in franchise history. 3 balls, 2 strikes, so the runners will be going. Gregorius, Andujar, and Sanchez. Big pitch for Workman, working from the windup. Gets the sign from Sandy. Workman winds, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him on a curve. The Yankees leave the bases loaded, a huge pitch for Workman. He leaves them full. Yankees do get 2, get back into it after 5.5. 5-2 thrown by Workman to strike out Torres. Fell behind 3-1 with the bases loaded. Took strike 2 and then struck him out on a breaking ball to leave the sacks full.
Huge pitches from Workman. 3-1, you locate a good fastball, and then you execute one pitch, right? And that's basically what he did right there. One pitch, good curveball, showed it in the zone, dropped out of it. Good enough for Torres to chase.
The Red Sox had luck to make it a lot more comfortable. We'll see what happens in the 7th. Joe Kelly and Eddie Rodriguez were both warming. Now Ian Kinsler batting in the 7th position, leading off the last of the 6th. He struck out and lined a single to right. Lance Lynn on the hill pitched a scoreless 5th, giving up an infield hit to Bogarts. Normally a starter, the big righty fires and gets a strike in there. Kinsler has 4 career postseason homers. 5-2 Boston in the 6th. They own to follow, and then Jackie. Here's the 0-1, and he fouls a fastball to the backstop. Big Leaders brought to you by Massachusetts General Hospital Cancer Center. Every day, every moment holds the opportunity for something amazing to happen. Mass General Hospital Cancer Center, every day amazing. Mookie Betts won the batting title, hitting at .346 for the season. JD second at .330. 0-2. Check swing. He goes too far in a high fastball. Kinsler fans for the 2nd time tonight. And now Sandy Leon, who had a fly ball to left and then dropped down a nice sacrifice bunt.
I mean, you're hoping in this case you can turn the order over when you start 7, 8, 9. You want to get one guy on, maybe 2 guys on if possible, and get Mookie and Benny back up there with Pearson, Martinez lurking. But you get that first out, that makes it doubly tough to do.
And Lynn's looking for a shutdown inning, right? Top of the order coming back up for the Yanks. He's looking for a quick 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, 9 will help.
Sandy from the left side now takes ball 1 low. I've been to the Hebrew home at Riverdale, right on the Hudson River, by River Spring Health, and have seen the amazing individualized care that they've been providing for over 100 years. Call 800-567-3646. The next one is swung on, grind on the right field line, deep toward the pole, but it's hooking foul. Home run distance for Sandy, but he knew it would hook foul. He only took a few steps out of the box. Sandy had 5 homers in the regular season. So it's a 1-1 count. Yankee bullpen busy.
Zach Britton is up.
Swinging a chopper, hit weakly and foul up the first base side. Britton gave up a 2-run homer to Chris Davis in the wild card game. Sandy's last home run August 14th at Philadelphia.
And remember, after game 1 of the weekend series here to wrap up the regular season, even though the Red Sox lost the game, they got to the Yankee bullpen and they were using their primary relievers. The next day, Alex Cora said, looking for positives out of that, they were very pleased with how they performed against the Yankee pen.
Down and away, 2-2, and Britton had a wild streak. He did leave the bases loaded, but struggled.
He even had the impression the Yankees were panicking over that.
5-2 Boston, 2-2 to Sandy. Looks like Workman's going to pitch. Nobody's warming. Workman to start the 7th, it appears. The 2-2. Ground ball hit wide at first. Grabbed by Vogt with a little stumble. Throws to first for the out. Not very graceful, but Vogt got the out.
He got it done.
3-1, and here's Jackie, who's grounded out 1-3 and popped to the shortstop.
Just some other numbers regarding the Yankee pen against the Red Sox. Betances and Chapman combined this year, 11 2/3 innings against the Red Sox. Red Sox have scored 11 runs on 12 hits and have received 8 walks. And also when you get to Chapman, he has a career .859 ERA against the Red Sox.
Think of the home runs, the 3-run shot by Mookie this year, and of course Devers with that blast in the Bronx. Overshift for Jackie. Lynn delivers. Low and away, ball 1. 5-2 Boston. We're in the last of the 6th inning. It's comfortable early, not so much now. Here's the 1-0. Low goes right through Sanchez to the backstop. Frazier 1/3 of an inning. No runs, a hit and a walk, and 2 inherited runners cross the plate. Frazier on the mound.
I hope that Workman that confidence in that last couple of pitches. You want to give him the 7th here, and you still in the back of your mind, you got to pitch that scoreboard. It's 5-2. It's not 5-4. You can be aggressive. You can throw strikes, make these guys earn it.
Lynn's 2-0. Outside, ball 3.
This game went from being a lazy river to suddenly whitewater rafting without a helmet. Red Sox need to get those runs back.
3-0 with Mookie to follow. After that, Benny, so they'll probably bring in Britton if it gets that far. The 3-0. Up and away, ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk to JBJ. Mookie is struck out double high up the wall in left center and was intentionally walked. Jackie, of course, 17 of 18 on the base pass this season.
Well, out in Los Angeles, Manny Machado's homered. It's 2-0 Dodgers leading Atlanta. And they're early on in that game.
Mookie 4 for 10 with a home run, 3 RBIs against Lynn. Back to that great catch Mookie made in the 3rd. The pitch high certainly looms large now.
Zach Britton was the Zach Britton of old. I would have thought you would have went to him. You don't need to be lefty-lefty matchup
Right.
with that guy. It doesn't matter if you're lefty or righty. Bottom line, he's a better pitcher, especially that success that Mookie's had against Lynn. But Booney rolling the dice here a little bit.
He's not yet at a postseason homer. Throw to first. Bradley back. He just missed with that ball high off the wall in the 3rd inning, and he scored. 5-2 Red Sox. 2 out. Runner at first. And home half of the 6th inning. Lynn is ready. The pitch. Strike. Got a fastball in there at the knees. at 95.
You mentioned, Joe, that he doesn't have a postseason homer. He also hasn't driven in a run in 32 postseason plate appearances, which gives you the impression he's due. And if he gets an extended postseason here, he could really pile up some numbers.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Huge hole on the right side. 3 infielders on the left side. Here it is. Swinging a pop foul to the right, out of play. So Mookie behind 1-2. Lynn has thrown 29 pitches, 17 strikes. So Workman, I was going to start the 7th. There's nobody warming. Lynn looks in, gets the sign from Sanchez. And he throws to first. Jackie back standing. Not close. 97 pitches for Yankee pitchers tonight. Cumberland Farms 99 pitch contest. A home run would mean $999. 1-2. Taken high, 2-2. Our contestant is Laura Porter. And this will be the 99th pitch right now. Mookie homers. Laura would win $999. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Lynn slowing it down. Now comes to the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul to the backstop. Jackie started and then stopped.
Yeah, he thought he had him on a time.
Yeah, but he hadn't released the ball yet.
Again, a lot of times, whether it's you think you got him, and a lot of times it's on the count. You know, the minute he comes set, it's 1,001, 1,002, pitches. 1,001, 1,002, he pitches. You keep doing a pattern like that, and you're going to see Jackie do exactly what he did, taking off trying to guess that count. Lucky for him, he was able to get back.
A 2-2 pitch. Check swing, strike over the outside corner. Mookie can't believe it.
Falls away.
High cutter slipped outside. Mookie called out. Second time he's been fanned tonight. After 6, it's 5-2 Boston on the Shaws and Stars.
7-2, 3 home runs for the Stros in that one, take a 1-0 series lead. The Brewers a 2-0 series lead now on the Rockies in the NLDS after a 4-0 win earlier today in Milwaukee. Elsewhere, how about the Dodgers? A home run from Manny Machado, his first of the postseason. They lead the Braves. That is 2-0 now in the middle of the second game 2 of that series, and a 1-0 Dodger series lead there. Here at Fenway, top of the 7th inning, Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 2. Tim Neverett with the action. Tim.
All right, thanks, Mutt. Andrew McCutchen will lead off for the Yankees here in the top of the 7th inning. Aaron Judge and Brett Gardner to follow as Brandon Workman stays on. Red Sox get a right-hander up. As there is activity in the Sox bullpen right now. 5-2 Boston lead here in game 1. McCutchen takes a strike. McCutchen is 0 for 3. Struck out looking in the first. Mookie Betts made a really good play on him in the 3rd inning in right field, and then he flied out to him again in the 5th. Workman's 0-1 on the way. And it's taken low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's Matt Barnes out there in that bullpen getting loose. Good to see Workman strike 1 and kind of open the arsenal a little bit, loosen up a little bit, and just pound that strike zone.
Workman staring in for a sign. He's got it. He turns, delivers the 1-1. And that's low to McCutchen. 2 balls and 1 strike. And McCutchen hitting leadoff for the Yankees. You told me at Yankee Stadium last time the Red Sox were there a couple weeks ago that he hadn't hit leadoff regularly since the 2011 season. 2-1. Swung on a ground ball left side. That's a base hit. So the Yankees have the leadoff man aboard against Brandon Workman, and Aaron Judge coming up. McCutchen did say he hit leadoff a few times with San Francisco right before the trade. That sent him to the Yankees.
That's one thing he did with the Yankees, though, too, when he was here. He's got on base. Drew a lot of walks, 421 on base percentage to go with that 253 batting average. He's drawing a lot of walks, doing his job.
So he is at first base with Judge up. Judge had a base hit in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Middle infield plays for 2. Outfield step or two toward right center for the big slugging right fielder Aaron Judge. Throw to first. McCutchen dives back.
4 times now the Yankees have had the leadoff man on.
With the Yankees, McCutchen is trying to steal 4 times. He's been successful only once. He's very careful about picking his spots, but the Yankees want him running a little more. He's into a lead now, held on by Pierce. Stretch by Workman. Quick turn and toss to first base. Diving back McCutchen. Red Sox expecting McCutchen to run probably. They want to keep him close.
He might run, but the guy at the plate can hit the ball a long way. Let's strike one and worry about him.
Judge is in scoring position where he is. Waiting for the first pitch from Workman. Red Sox lead by 3 runs, 5-2. Pitch, a strike called. As Workman delivered a cutter at 85.
Yeah, I like that pitch for Work. You know, one of the guys too that can mix in a changeup here coming out of this bullpen. It's been pretty much fastball, curveball dominant, but he hasn't been able to find that curveball yet. Much like Brazier wasn't able to find that slider when he was in.
Stretch. Workman set. Long pause. And now the pitch. And Judge waves and misses. So that long pause effective there because it does a couple of things. Makes the hitter wait a little longer. And of course, the base runner at first can't really time him.
Well, that was a good curveball there from Work. Supposed to do a good one to Torres too to end the inning last inning, but that one there was nice.
So he is ahead of Aaron Judge, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. McCutchen off of first base, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Workman ready to go now, and he will kick and fire home 0-2. This ball is swung on and hit into center field. Here comes Jackie Bradley with a headlong dive, and there's no call on the play. Throw comes into second. Now the only call you can see on the field is from the third base umpire, Angel Hernandez, who said it was a base hit. But Jackie Bradley Jr. with a headlong dive apparently trapped it. And if that is the case, it'll be a base hit for Judge. And here comes Alex Cora out to talk to him. And he did indeed trap it right near where that bird has been sitting all night.
He trapped it. I tell you what, it's a nice job of actually catching this ball on that bounce, because last thing you need is that ball getting by him in center field. People be running for days.
Yep, so Workman is out. Matt Barnes will come in as the bullpen parade continues for the Red Sox here in game 1, protecting a 3-run lead. They had a 5-run lead. Brazier allowed 2 inherited runs.
That's why choosing Safe Light is a home run. Schedule service today at 800-800-2727 or safelight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
It's Truck Month at your New England Ford dealers. And here's how it works. You take F-150, the 2018 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, sweeten up the offers, and boom, you save a stack of cash. Hurry in to lease the New England Edition F-150 for just $169 a month, or choose up to $11,350 total savings on select F-150 XLTs. Call 877-FORD-002 or log on to buyfordnow.com for details and to get more great Ford Truck Month deals.
5-2, Red Sox with the lead. Top of the 7th inning, nobody out and 2 on for the Yankees. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Boston sports station for over 25 years. Sports Radio 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1 Lawrence, Boston. A radio.com station.
Oh, Matt Barnes facing Brett Gardner.
He makes you throw strikes. A looking bunt.
Nunez way in on the grass at third base. And Gardner from the left side facing Barnes. A pitch. And he looks at a strike. And Barnes has done a pretty good job in terms of inherited runners this year. He's inherited 14, and he's only allowed 1 to score.
Well, you always got to look out for the bunt with Gardner, but I think with his speed, he's a tough guy to double off. So I think he probably let him swing away here.
Barnes has retired the first batter he's faced 44 out of 62 times this year. The 0-1 pitch now to Brett Gardner. Barnes fires it to the backstop. Nope. Did it hit Gardner? It did not. Where did it go?
Must have landed in the netting or something.
It must have jumped up and became a dead ball.
Well, here we go.
We saw a dead ball call. So a wild pitch, and now second and third. Red Sox leading by 3 runs.
Brady had no chance.
No, curveball by Barnes, and that's one of the things you've seen from every guy that's come out of this bullpen so far. Lack of control with the fastball. More importantly, the off-speed pitch, which is their biggest weapons for each of them. They haven't been able to calm things down and be able to execute that pitch.
Apparently that ball bounced up so high it went on top of the backstop. We can't see it from where we sit, but that's apparently where the baseball went. I don't see too many wild pitches end up there. 1-1 to Gardner. And he looks at a pitch inside for a ball. Close one. Now, you're a pitcher. You want that call.
Red Sox have Rick Porcello up in the bullpen right now.
It would be the listed starter for game 3.
Evaldi can always go game 3, but kind of interesting move there. If anything, Evaldi would be a guy.
So Porcello getting loose. 2-ball, 1-strike pitch now to Brett Gardner. And here it comes from Barnes. And he swings and fouls it off.
Didn't see that one coming, huh? Porcello up.
Nope, didn't see that one. But Rick is up. These are all hands-on-deck types of games now. It's much different than the regular season.
If he gets to it, you may see Kimbrel for more than 1 inning.
2-2 to Gardner. Nobody out. Second and third for the Yankees. Red Sox up 5-2, top of the 7th. And Barnes looking in at a sign from Sandy Leon. Red Sox right-hander set to go. High set, looks at third. Now he kicks and fires home. And he hits the dirt. It's blocked by Sandy Leon.
That one almost got to the backstop.
And a good pitch.
I don't know how he blocked that one.
Well, the bullpen is making this pretty much of a white knuckler here tonight.
After a 5-0 lead when the bullpen entered.
A lot of turbulence on this flight now. Red Sox still leading by 3, but the tying run is at the plate. Full count to Gardner. There's the stretch by Barnes and the 3-2 pitch to Gardner coming. Here it is. Swinging a grounder foul, first base side.
Well, he'll make you work.
Well, this guy you got to make hit. I mean, you got to make him swing the bat. And I know you don't want to give up the knock and score 2. But you can't get too cute with Brett Gardner with Giancarlo Stanton on deck.
Three balls, 2 strikes. McCutchen at third base. Judge at second. Barnes comes set. Red Sox right-hander throws. 3-2 outside, ball 4, and he's walked it. And the bases are loaded. The tying run is on. And here comes Giancarlo Stanton. Daniel Evangelista looks like he's emerging from the Red Sox dugout. He'll come out and talk to Barnes.
Well, he didn't throw a breaking ball for a strike. Not even close.
Well, Barnes did not look good. Frazier didn't look good. Workman didn't look good. Red Sox in a position where Rick Porcello is warming up. So the entire infield is on the mound talking with Daniel Evangelista. Nobody out. He's talking about the defense here too, more than likely.
Well, you know, I just wonder if it was already predetermined that Evaldi gets game 3. You know, because we just assumed that Porcello had game 3 and Evaldi would be a guy out of the bullpen that they'd be able to use in this game, and it just seems as though maybe that's not the case. Maybe Evaldi is the game 3 starter and that Rick Porcello was the starter game 4.
We haven't seen Stephen Wright warm at all.
No Stephen Wright.
Well, we're told that Evaldi would go in game 4, but he would be available tonight, but it's Porcello instead. But you never know. You can get some misinformation. Because what is told to the press, oftentimes the other team devours as well.
That's scary, I bet. Kinda.
So Stanton with the bases loaded. He's 5 for 20 this year with the bases loaded. He swings and misses. He was swinging for the Mass Pike there and missed. Got a fastball at 97 by him. Stanton with 2 grand slams this year, one against the Red Sox. The most recent road trip to New York.
1 for 2 against Barnes.
McCutchen at third, Judge at second, Gardner at first, nobody out. And a 5-2 Red Sox lead in the 7th. Barnes pitch. And Stanton fouls it back, and Matt gets ahead of him 0-2.
I think the power does play against this guy Stanton, and to be honest with you, I know Joe Kelly hasn't gotten up, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kelly's on this roster for this guy. Just to elevate that fastball, 97 to 99. You want to get that thing up there by the letters, shoulder length. He can chase up there.
0-2 to Stanton. Barnes has the sign he wants. He kicks, comes home, bounces it. Sandy Leon is able to block it. It rolls up the first base line, but not far enough for McCutchen to advance home.
Curveball barely made the dirt. He barely made the dirt. I don't know how Sandy blocked this ball.
He hasn't thrown one for a strike yet, not even close.
Unbelievable job by Sandy Leon. This ball landed a good 10 feet, 12 feet in front of him. It hit him square off the chest. It's been a strike on the bounce. This doesn't count.
Red Sox get Joe Kelly up alongside Rick Porcello now. 1-2 to Stanton. Base is full of Yankees. The pitch. Swung on and shot foul. First base side, right over the Jim Beam dugout suites into the netting. The Red Sox with double barrel action in the pen now. As the Yankees have something going here. Nobody out. Base is full. Chris Sale, 5 1/3, very good innings, 8 strikeouts, but the bullpen behind him has not been good. And the 1-2 pitch to Stanton. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got it.
Good curveball.
Breaking ball. Stanton chased it low, and he strikes out for the 3rd time in the ball game. One big out right there. 2 to go.
And here's their hottest hitter.
Luke Voit. Well, that's what Barnes needed to do. I mean, this curveball he threw earlier to Sandy Leon, I don't know how he blocked it. He spiked it. But this one here, this was a good one. That was the curveball that started at the thigh and ended at the ankles.
Voit with 2 hits and a run batted in. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He comes up with the bases full. Right-handed hitting first baseman, 1 out, and Barnes pitch. Just outside with a fastball. And it's 1-0. A career for Voit with the bases loaded. He is 5 for 13. He's been pretty good with the sacks full. During the regular season, he had 333 in limited duty. And Voit asks for time, adjusts his batting gloves.
Certainly don't want to fall behind 2-0.
1 down, top of the 7th, bases loaded. 5-2 Boston. And the 1-0 pitch to Voit. Swings and bounces it wide of third for a foul ball. Barnes with a curveball. Voit was a little bit out too far in front of it. There's McCutchen at third, Judge at second, Gardner at first base. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike for the St. Louis native Luke Voit. And Barnes checks the runners now and delivers home 1-1. Fastball high and in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Voit. Outfield straight up for Voit. Middle infield deep at a double play depth. Nunez back of the bag, a little bit off the line at third. Right-handed batter Voit waits for the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. And he swings, hits a tapper toward third. Nunez has it. Second one on to first. Bouncing, and it's caught on 1 hop by Pierce. Safe at first as Voit. McCutchen scores. It's now 5-3.
And, you know, they want to check this slide out.
Yeah, Gardner really did a number on Kinsler in the middle.
And Gardner, he slides into Nunez. This ball was hit so slow that Nunez, by the time he gets to him, Gardner's on top of Kinsler, and there is contact. I don't know if he slid over the base or not. See it here.
The Red Sox won't challenge this as he went straight into the bag and he was able to hold the bag with his hand. So that's the definition of a bona fide slide. He just got there quick.
Yeah, I think if you're Matt Barnes, you'll take that right now. 2 outs, first and third. You still got a 2-run cushion.
Judges at third base. And Voit is at first. And 5-4 goes the out in the middle, erasing Gardner. Sandy Leon comes out in front of home plate, issuing the external signs.
And without that, he had an easy double play, even with a slowly hit ball. But great slide by Gardner. He really provided the spark there to get that run home.
Time runs at first. Didi Gregorius with runners in scoring position and 2 outs this year, hitting just 185. Left-handed batter takes outside ball 1. Now keep in mind where the home plate umpire Corey Blazer's lined up. He's in the slot, which is closest to the batter and over the catcher's shoulder, closest to the batter, in this case the right shoulder. So that ball looks a little bit more outside than it might be. Close pitch called ball 1. 1-0 to Gregorius, the pitch. And that bounces at the plate. Bounces a breaking ball. It's buried for ball 2.
Oh, great job by Sandy again. I mean, these aren't balls that are bouncing right in front, like short hops. These are curveballs that are bouncing in front of home plate. Man on third base, 2 outs. That's a run-saving block right there from Sandy Leon.
And this is why the Red Sox pitching staff feels extremely comfortable with him behind the plate, because guys like Barnes and others, they know they can bury a breaking ball and feel pretty confident that it's not going to the backstop.
Yankees have 8 hits, all singles, but mixed in with the walks. They're back in it.
Now Gregorius up, 2 on, 2 out. And a 2-0 count on the Yankees shortstop. Barnes ready in the stretch, the 2-0. Swung out and ripped foul past first, and skipping to get out of the way, Reggie Willits, the first base coach. Just under his feet. 2-1 now to Didi Gregorius. Gregorius against Barnes is 3 for 7. Barnes has walked him twice. Two and one now to Gregorius. Chokes up an inch or two on the end of the bat. Draws it back behind his helmet. Now waits. It's a ground ball to the right side. Kinsler to his glove side left. An easy flip to first. And that will retire the side. But a run comes in on 2 hits. 2 men left. No Red Sox errors. Stretch time at Fenway Park. Game 1 of the American. Back here at Fenway Park, Red Sox 5, Yankees 3. 5 runs, 7 hits for Boston. 3 runs, 8 hits for the Yankees. And it was a 5-0 lead, turned into a nail biter now, as the Yankees will go to the bullpen. Zach Britton coming on, and for the Red Sox, due up Andrew Benintendi, Steve Pearce, and J.D. Martinez. Red Sox put 3 up in the first inning. J.D. Martinez with a 3-run home run. And then 2 more in the third. Betts with a double. And Andrew Benintendi with a bunt base hit. Steve Pearce got Mookie home with a base hit. And Xander Bogaerts a sacrifice fly. Scored Benintendi from third. The Yankees in the 6th put 2 up against the Red Sox bullpen. Charged to Chris Sale. He left after 5 1/3, but left 2 runners on. And Ryan Brazier allowed those 2 inherited runners to score. Brandon Workman charged with a run. He allowed McCutchen to reach in the 7th inning. Matt Barnes ended up giving up the ball put in play by Luke Voit, a fielder's choice, and it, with the bases loaded, scored McCutchen. And that's where we stand right now at 5-3. Left-hander Zach Britton, the former Baltimore Oriole, is on. And he's getting set to face Steve Pearce. Pearce, who has done a great job against left-handed pitching this year. Pearce has hit lefties at a 304 clip. There's 11 home runs. 5 of them have come against left-handers, 6 against right-handers. But he's done a good job all in all against the lefties. That's why he was in against the starter, Jay Happ, tonight. Happ went just 2 innings plus 2 hitters and was charged with all 5 Red Sox runs. In fact, Happ's postseason ERA right now is 22.50. Not where he wants to be, Lou.
No, and you wonder too with C. Pierce on deck if this is his last at bat, right? You get that 5-3 lead. Mitch Moreland, better defensive player on your bench. Still got one lefty out there in Chapman. Right now, I would think with a 2-run lead, 8th and 9th inning, maybe you want Moreland at first base. You know, it's interesting looking out there, and Rick Porcello pacing around a little bit. Looks like a guy that might have the 8th inning. And you're looking at some of the numbers again. It's going to be Andujar, Sanchez, Torres. Andujar 2 for 7 off him. Sanchez not good. You know, 2 for 13 off Porcello, and Torres 1 for 7. The only problem is that Rick Porcello's last time he came out of the bullpen was 2014 in a 19-inning game. He gave up a 3 hits. Actually got the loss in the 19th inning. So
he must have been the next day's starter, right?
The 19th inning, the guy came out of the pen. That was the last time in 2014. Good numbers against the guys coming up, but not used to coming out of the pen.
Well, here we go. Red Sox half of the 7th inning. Ahead by a pair of runs, and Andrew Benintendi 2 for 3 tonight. He has scored 2 of the 5 Red Sox runs. Takes a strike from Zach Britton. 0-1. Britton gets the sign. He puts that glove under his chin and now kicks and fires a breaking ball way outside. Britton has made the postseason for the 3rd time in his career, 2014 and 16 with the Orioles, and now here in 18 with the Yankees. He began the season on the 60-day disabled list. He had right Achilles surgery and then was returned from the DL on June 11th. 2 balls and a strike as the fastball rides in low. Thing about Britton is he's tough to hit a home run on. He throws that bowling ball sinker that's just so heavy.
Gave up 3 this year.
Britton set to go. Yankee infield shifted to the right for the left-handed hitting Benintendi. There's a bouncer to the right side. Second baseman Gleyber Torres has it. Flips on to first for out number 1. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, that's what he gets. Gets a lot of those. Ground balls.
Fastest sport on skates is coming to Boston. Watches athletes race down a 2,000-foot ice track, reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour during Red Bull Crashed Ice, February 8th and 9th at Fenway. Tickets will be available Wednesday, September 19th. They've been on sale for a while now. Go to redbullcrashedice.com. Steve Pierce facing the lefty Britton.
Oh, Rick Porcello is up in the pen. He is throwing, and raise your hand if you thought that Rick Porcello was your 8th inning guy in game 1.
Don't see any hands up.
Oh boy.
No hands up. Pitch to Pierce. And it's a fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Pierce against Britton is 2 for 9.
He's made 4 relief appearances in regular season play in his career. 7 in postseason.
Pitch now to Pierce, a little bit off speed, and it's high in the zone for a strike. 39,059 here, a sellout at Fenway Park. Pushing 40 grand in here tonight. Shoulder to shoulder in certain areas. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Pierce goes down on 3 pitches. 2 men out in the bottom of the 7th. J.D. Martinez, the designated hitter, 1 for 3, a 3-run home run in the 1st inning. Fly to right field in the 5th, and then lined out softly to Voit, the first baseman, his next time up. And again for the Yankees, we're looking at the bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9. And what we presume is going to be Rick Porcello's inning.
Surprised you don't see Wright, Erod, none of these guys.
There's the pitch from Britton to J.D., and that one's down and away.
You know, I did feel guys like, Evaldi now obviously not involved in this game, but guys like Wright and Erod I thought were going to be extremely valuable for this team, thinking that they'd be the guys coming in the 6th and trying to get 6, 7 out. We haven't seen either one of them tonight, and out of nowhere, it's Rick Porcello going to get the 8th.
J.D. is 2 for 3 against Zach Britton in his career. Takes a pitch low, and it's 2-0. That's one we didn't have.
I did think Eovaldi was a possible option for Game 3, given how effective he has been against New York Yankees in Yankee Stadium this year.
He's well rested, certainly.
The 2-ball, no-strike pitch. Martinez hits it in the air to right field. On charging is Judge. He won't get it. It falls in front of him. He fields it on a hop. It's an opposite field 2-out single for J.D. Martinez, and he is 2 for 4 in the game.
Just enough off the end of the bat, really, to kind of land in front of Judge. Wasn't exactly smoked, but took that fastball, a little sinker away, and nice little line drive to right field.
One on and 2 out for Xander Bogaerts. Xander reached on an infield single in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. He's driven in a run tonight with a sacrifice fly.
1 for 9 against Britain.
Having 288 during the regular season, a career high 23 home runs, a career high 103 runs batted in. Shoots one foul right side into the upper deck for strike 1. 0-1 to Bogaerts. And the Yankees with some more action as David Robertson starts to throw. Normally we see him earlier in games. Robertson, the right-hander, working for the Yankees. Porcello, right-hander, working for the Red Sox.
Rick did pitch in relief in last year's postseason against Houston.
0-1 pitch now to Xander Bogaerts. And he swings, hits a ground ball right into the glove of the pitcher, Britton. Britton looks and throws a sinker to first base. It almost wasn't caught by Voit. Surprising Voit, but he was able to make the catch. And the bullpen door opens. Rick Porcello is coming on to pitch the 8th inning. Well, here he is, the 2016 Cy Young winner in the American League, on the hill pitching the 8th inning for the Boston Red Sox. His second relief inning. Pitched in Game 1 of the division series a year ago in Houston when the Red Sox were down quite big in that game. The Astros got up early.
He went 1 inning, no hits, no runs, and 9 strikes out of 12 pitches.
Well, Porcello will face 7, 8, 9 in the Yankee order. Miguel Andujar, Gary Sanchez, and Gleyber Torres are the anticipated hitters. A defensive change as Mitch Moreland has come on to replace Steve Pearce at first base. 5-3. Red Sox leading by 2 runs here, and the Yankees batting in the 8th inning. So Porcello's first pitch of the ball game on the outside corner, good for a strike.
Well, he throws strikes, and you know that. You know, the one bat they have on this bench, really the bat that they have now, the Cardinals in this game, is Neil Walker, and he's 1 for 14 off Porcello. So
0-1 pitch and a wave and a miss. Rick pulled the string a little bit on that curveball, and Andujar way out in front. Rick 17-7 during the regular season. And here he is with an 0-2 count on Miguel Andujar. Andujar 2 for 7 with a home run against Porcello. 0-2 pitches outside. Andujar diving over the plate after it. 1-2 the count. Well, Porcello looks in at Sandy Leone. He's got a sign. The wind, the 1-2. Breaking ball looked at outside for a ball. Rick was ahead 0-2. Now the count even 2-2 to Andujar. 297 hitter during the regular season pitch. And there's another breaking ball down and away, and the count is now full. 3-2.
Kimbrel up.
Kimbrel's getting loose.
Three ball, 2-strike pitch. Payoff coming to Andujar. Out of the full wind from Porcello. Swinging a soft tapper to the first base side. Picked up by Rick. Underhand toss to Moreland at first. 1 out.
He swung a ball 4 there.
He sure did. Fastball down and away.
He did.
Right now it doesn't matter. Thank you very much. Actually just way off the plate.
This year during the regular season, when the Red Sox were leading after 7 innings, their record was 90-4. Trying to go along with the good side of that trend. One out, and here's Gary Sanchez, the catcher. Red Sox infield will shift to the left a little bit to play him to pull. Ian Kinsler on the left side of second. His feet on the outfield grass. Pitches up high, ball one.
Sanchez 2 for 13 off Rick Porcello, and Torres on deck. He's 1 for 7, so a couple nice matchups for him.
Wind up 1-0 pitch. And Sanchez takes high, and it's 2-0. Rick falls behind. Sanchez against Porcello is 2 for 13 in his career. 1 out, base is clear. 2-0 pitch. And Sanchez takes a strike. There's a fastball caught a good amount of plate.
You know, just the attitude that Rick kind of comes in. He's working with a quick pace. Give me the ball and throw it. You know, 2-0, we just say, here, hit it. What are you going to do? I'm up 2 runs. Took it for a strike.
2-1 delivery from Porcello. That's outside. Now the count goes to 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Tying runs in the on deck circle. Porcello wants to keep the man at the plate off base. 5-3, 2-run lead for the Red Sox. Top of the 8th, the pitch. 3-1 outside corner for a called strike. Sanchez was starting to walk down to first. He thought it was ball 4.
It might have been a little outside.
Rick may have gotten a call here.
A little cutter away that kind of started on the plate, but with that cutter movement, I think it came off the plate. Rick might have got a gift there. It's beautiful.
Oh, full count. Second straight batter, they've gone full. Sanchez requests time. Fans standing all around Fenway. Here's the windup, the payoff. Swung on, line drive right at Nunez at third. He grabs it for the out. A hot shot to the hot corner, and Eduardo Nunez there to snare.
I need a couple of these every once in a while. One thing's for sure, we know that meat of the order is going to be coming up here most likely for Kimbrel in the 9th. Top of the order.
And Kimbrel's warming in the pen as we speak. Two outs, top of the 8th inning. And Gleyber Torres is 0 for 2 with a walk. Right-handed batters, takes a strike. Rick gets ahead. Porcello getting the sign from Leon. And now he turns and delivers home the 0-1. It's fouled back, and he gets ahead 0-2. Earlier this year, Rick Porcello told Joe and me that he felt that Sandy Leon was the best catcher in the major league. There's a lot of reasons to think that.
Think how many wild pitches he saved the bullpen.
Now the 0-2 to Torres. Swung on, a little tapper down to third. Charging is Nunez. He bare hands. He'll put it in his pocket, and that'll be an infield hit. So they don't get the number 9 hitter, and the order will turn over to Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah, that's a big one too, because it guarantees that Stanton will get up now in the 9th as Alex Cora comes out to the mound. Looks like it's Craig Kimbrel time.
They're going to look for a 4-out save from Kimbrel.
So the line drive gets caught, and a little blader results in a hit. That's baseball.
Well, Porcello comes out. Kind of a groan here at Fenway. First, and now a standing ovation for Rick. So here comes Craig Kimbrel. A 2-run lead, top of the 8th inning. 2 men out and a man aboard. This pitching replacement brought to you by Window
Global Glass shops and locations to get the job done fast, no matter where you are. And Safelite handles all the paperwork with every insurance carrier. That's why choosing Safelite is a home run. Schedule service today at 800-800-2727 or safelite.com.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
It's truck month at your New England Ford dealers, and here's how it works. You take F-150, the 2018 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, sweeten up the offers, and boom, you save a stack of cash. Hurry in to lease the New England Edition F-150 for just $169 a month, or choose up to $11,350 total savings on select F-150 XLTs. Call 877-FORD-002 or log on to buyfordnow.com for details and to get more great Ford Truck Month deals.
So Craig Kimbrel comes on. He'll try to get the last out here in the top of the 8th inning for the Yankees. Red Sox up 5-3. A little dribbler down the third base side for Gleyber Torres, his first hit of the night. An infield single. Rick Porcello faces 3 men, gets 2 of them out.
Rick has gone more than an inning and a third to be precise, 5 times. 1 win, 3 saves, and a blown save when he's gone an inning and a third.
Well, Craig Kimbrel, 42 saves and 47 chances this year. 2.74 ERA, and standing on the mound with his right arm at a right angle. Now he straightens up, facing Andrew McCutchen, who is 2 for 6 against him, and he locks him up with a curveball. Check swing. They appeal down to first base umpire Dan Bellino. He says he didn't go, and that'll be ball 1.
That's the right move. I mean, even though McCutchen's 1 for 10 off Porcello, once you're got a 2-run lead, tying runs at the plate, 4-out save, it's Kimbrel's job now.
1 ball, no strikes. The count to Andrew McCutchen. And the pitch. Curveball, looks at it for a ball. 2-0. McCutchen is 1 for 4 in the game with a run scored. Had a base hit in the 7th. This year, Kimbrel's ERA against the Yankees, 4.42. But that's half of what Yankee closer Aroldis Chapman's is against the Red Sox. Pitch is in for a strike. Chapman an 8.59 ERA. That's his career ERA against the Red Sox.
Gotta stay aggressive with that fastball. Still got a 2-run cushion. Get too cute here and gives Judge an opportunity to step to the plate.
2 balls and a strike to McCutchen. Kimbrel set. Glove up by his face. Now the leg kick, the pitch, it's outside. And it's 3-1. This year in the 8th inning, Kimbrel has pitched 3 1/3, but his ERA 5.4. He struggled in the 8th, but Red Sox feel confident he can get an out here. And a 3-1 now to Andrew McCutchen on the way. He swings and fouls it off. That'll make it a full count. And Gleyber Torres, the runner at first, will be off with the pitch. So a chance for a punch out here. See if he goes to the curveball or the rising fastball. Kimbrel stepping back on the rubber. Third base side is where his toe is. Now he leans in. Bent over at the waist, waiting for a sign from Leon. Sandy flashes. He's got the one he wants now. Kimbrel ready. The payoff pitch coming to Andrew McCutchen. Runner goes. Pitch is hit in the air to right field. Not very deep. In comes Mookie Betts. Can of corn for him. And the side retired in the 8th. Porcello gets 2 outs. And Kimbrel gets 1. So 7.5 done at Fenway Park.
WEEI.
Red Sox half of the 8th inning with Lou Merloni and Joe Castiglione. I'm Tim Neverett. Glad you're with us. Tuned into Game 1 of the American League Division Series. Here from Fenway Park, no matter where you happen to be, around New England or around the world, love that you're tuned into this one tonight. Red Sox coasted to a 5-0 lead, but the Yankees chipped away. It's 5-3, and due up for the Red Sox will be Eduardo Nunez, Ian Kinsler, and Sandy Leon, and they'll face a new pitcher, David Robertson. The MLB At-Bat app brings every postseason moment to your favorite devices. Catch every moment with features such as live radio broadcasts, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At-Bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball. So Robertson 8-3, 69 regular season appearances, and a 3.23 earned run average, facing right-handed hitting Eduardo Nunez, who swings at the first pitch and misses. Well, think about this, Lou. And, you know, maybe the Red Sox bullpen caused you to chew on some fingernails tonight. However, the 0-1 pitch, and that's outside. They've kept the ball in the ballpark, and they've only had 3 pop-ups. All 3 have been off the bat of Andrew McCutchen to right field. Everything else has been a strikeout or a ground ball out.
Yeah, you know, really the concern is just the walks. You know, they make it a lot more stressful. Make these guys swing the bat.
1-1 pitch. Nunez looks at one outside and low. It's 2-1.
And there's, you know, nerves that are involved. I mean, the first sign to me is when you start spiking breaking balls. And I felt like between Brazier, Workman, and Barnes at times it was just got to relax a little bit. That pitch, you can't, if you grip it too tight, you spike it in front of the plate, which all three of them did.
2-1, and that is just low. It was over the plate, but below the knees.
Now you get out of here. If Kimbrel can finish this thing off, you'd much rather, get out of here with a W and say, okay, next time I relax a little bit more.
Robertson's 3-1 delivery. Sanchez sets an outside target. It goes right over the outside corner for a called strike. Nunez thinking it was a little bit outside, but it'll be a 3-2 count to Eduardo Nunez, who tonight is 0 for 3. He's lined to right, popped up to second, and grounded out, deflecting off the pitcher to the second baseman in the 5th inning. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him up and in, tied him up. So Nunez is 0 for 4, and there's one out in the Red Sox 8th. Robertson now for the 6th time in his career pitching in the postseason. Every time he's been in the postseason, he's been with the Yankees. He had a brief stint with the White Sox in between where he didn't go. He came back to New York. And he's held opponents scoreless in 22 of 28 prior playoff relief appearances. Facing Ian Kinsler now, right-handed hitter, fouls it back. And Robertson's the only pitcher in baseball history to record at least 10 strikeouts per 9 innings in each of his first 11 major league seasons from 08 to 18. Previous record held by 4 pitchers, including the monster Dick Raditz was one of them. Troy Percival, Mark Pryor, and Takahashi Saito. 0-2 now to Ian Kinsler, who tonight is 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the 4th inning, sandwiched around a pair of strikeouts. We are late in game 1 as the 0-2 comes into Kinsler. And he takes it high. One and 2 to Kinsler. .240 hitter during the regular season with 14 homers. The pitch from Robertson. Swung on, fouled back. Well, Peter in Kansai tweets in. He says he's on the edge of his seat on Saturday morning in Japan.
Oh, there you go.
Listeners from all over the world tuned into the Red Sox.
Sure.
We expect that during the course of this postseason for sure. And a 1-2 to Kinsler. And it's outside. Let's pause for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
The home of New England's most listened to sports morning show. Kirk and Callahan. Weekdays 5:30 a.m. to 10. Sports Radio 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1 Lawrence, Boston. A radio.com station.
Kinsler swings and he misses. Hanging on to it is Gary Sanchez, the Yankee catcher. So 2 strikeouts for Robertson out of the bullpen. 2 gone, and Sandy Leon will be the batter. And tomorrow night, about 45 minutes later for the first pitch, it'll be game 2. David Price will get the ball for the Red Sox, and he will face right-hander Masahiro Tanaka. He of the split-fingered fastball. Sandy batting left-handed, takes strike 1 from Robertson. Infield shifted around to the right. Didi Gregorius, the shortstop, just to the right of second base. And Miguel Andujar out there at third has the left side of the infield to himself. Stretched by Robertson, 0-1 pitch. Sandy swings over the top, and that is strike 2.
Yeah, Andujar actually kind of playing right at the edge of the grass, and Sandy Leon has shown in the past that he had to push a bunt down there and didn't ever want to give him a free hit. You want Sandy to earn it. So now there's 2 strikes. Andujar returns back to deep shortstop.
Robertson ready to deal the 0-2. Here it comes. Swung on, and it is hit in the air to left field, not deep, over toward the line. McCutchen sprinting there. He gets on the warning path in fair territory, a couple of feet in front of the chalk line, makes the catch. And the Red Sox gone in order in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 outs to get. Craig Kimbrel's got to get them.
For more information. Red Sox review after the game on WEEI.
It's the 9th inning. The Yankees have had 9 hits. They've all been singles. They've received 5 walks, and they trail 5-3 as we go to the 9th. The Yankees have left 10 men aboard. And they have Judge, Gardner, and Stanton due if anyone reaches Voit against Craig Kimbrell, who got McCutchen on 6 pitches to end the 8th inning. Aaron Judge tonight, 2 for 4, strikeout looking, a fielder's choice grounder against Sale, and a single against Sale. And last time up, a soft single to center. Jackie came up a little short in the diving catch. He's 1 for 6 against Kimbrell. 5-3 Red Sox, 9th inning. No shift on. Kimbrell is ready. First pitch to Judge. And he takes a curve for a strike.
He's going to have to earn it, no question about it, man. Judge, Gardner, then Stanton. It's a 2-run lead right now. I tell you, 2-run lead, a lot of thanks goes to Sandy Leone. You can talk about his offense all you want, but he blocks some balls with a man on third base. Very easily could be a 1-run game right now, or tied.
The 0-1. Bouncing in front of the plate, goes to the backstop, hit in the left-hand batter's box. 1-1. Kimbrell very tough to hit, especially on that curveball. The end of the season with 2 hits in his final 52 batters, an 0.48 average, but there were 9 walks. 1-1 to Judge. Leading off the 9th. Kimbrell ready for the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. And he swings and hits one in the air to right well. Mookie going back to the bullpen, and it's gone. A line drive home run into the Yankee bullpen, and it is 5-4. Red Sox.
Well, that's a curveball from Kimbrell.
Wow, you never hit the curveball.
No, you don't see that often.
Well, 2 hits for Judge off of Kimbrell, both of them home runs.
It's a 1-run lead.
Inner half curveball. Judge just stays inside of it.
Second home run of this postseason, 6th overall. That was right over the heart of the plate. And now Gardner up, 5-4. Red Sox, nobody out 9th inning. 5 times the leadoff man has reached or scored. That's the Yankees' first extra base hit.
Red Sox, when leading after 8 innings this season, 97-1.
Will give up 7 home runs in the regular season, and he misses wide ball 1 to Gardner. It was 2 for 9 against him, with 2 walks and 7 Ks. Stanton on deck. 5-4 Boston, nobody out 9th inning. Kimbrell delivers. Strike, got a fastball in there.
Well, certainly one of the keys, though, going into this game was the Red Sox had to find a way to keep the ball in the ballpark against the most prolific home run hitting team this year in Major League Baseball. Actually, the history of Major League Baseball, a record 267 home runs on the year.
1-1. Kimbrell deals. Check swing and a high fastball. He went around. When the ball left the bat, I thought Mookie had a chance to catch it, but he kept sailing and sailing. It was hammered. Nothing comes easy. Bullpen now is in charge with 2 runs, but allowed 2 inherited runs to score as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brett Gardner. Kimbrell sets. He deals. Just outside. Very close pitch. Stanton next, then Voit after that, Gregorius. Keep the pressure on. They've out-hit the Red Sox 10-8. Judge leading off the 9th with a home run. 2-2 to Gardner. Kimbrell is ready. He deals. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Down he goes. That was up in his eyes.
Yeah, fastball just blowing right by him. Yankees got Betances up now in that bullpen just in case, with this large man stepping up to the plate right now, and Giancarlo Stanton.
He struck out twice against Sale and then singled. And he struck out again, so 3 for 4 strikeouts. 1 for 4 officially. 2 for 11. 2 walks, 5 Ks against Kimbrell. So rare to see that curveball hit out, but that one sort of hung over the plate. The Judge hit right over the heart of the plate. Here's the pitch. Strike call, breaking ball down and away.
You know, it was really flat too. You know, you're so used to that not just the vertical movement, but the horizontal movement, top to bottom. And that one there almost looked like a slider because it just didn't have any depth. And Judge put it the opposite field bullpen.
5-4 Boston, 1 out, 9th inning, bases empty. The 0-1 to Stanton. Fastball, strike 2 call. Elevated.
99 from Kimbrel there.
Already throws him here. Nothing in 2. Kimbrel is ready. The 0-2. Strike 3 call. Curveball got him looking. 2 down, 9th inning. And it's up to the man who has been on fire in the month of September, Luke Voigt.
Well, we talked about the curveball that he threw to Judge that left the yard, and it really didn't have much depth to it. It just kind of moved side to side, and Judge put it away. Well, not this time. This curveball was nasty.
Voigt, a single to center, struck out looking. Single to right and bounced into a force play, driving in a run. He's driven in 2 of the Yankees' runs.
I can't handle with this guy. You can't let this guy get you.
I want to face Gregorius next. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. He challenged it.
99 again from Kimbrel.
Red Sox 1 out away from taking a 1-0 lead in the series.
Really dialed it up here now since that home run.
Voigt's up there with a boatload of confidence right now.
Sure is.
The 0-1 pitch. Just outside. Ooh, that could have been a strike. That was a fastball at 99 again. Voigt seems to love the ball up and away.
Hit a rocket his first half bat and a fastball up and away, back up the middle off Sale.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Bases empty in the 9th. 5-4 Boston. Kimbrel is ready. Here's the 1-1. Way outside. It sails to the backstop. That was 98. Greg has thrown 20 pitches, 12 strikes. Yankees have left 10. It was 5-0 Boston. It's now 5-4 Boston. 2-1 to the big first baseman. Power against power here. Kimbrel comes to the set position. He kicks and fires. Swing and a foul to the backstop on a high fastball. He was late.
Boy, he takes a hack, though, doesn't he?
He does. Does he come curveball here like he did to Stanton, the big right-handed hitter, or does he use that high-rising fastball again?
I go with a curveball here. I think 2-2, and you can see if you can get him to chase, and if you can miss, figure out what you want to do. 3-2, but 2-2. I go with that curveball down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on. 5-4 Red Sox in the 9th. Kimbrel peers in. Comes to the set. He fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew him away with a high fastball, and the Red Sox win it 5-4. They lead the series 1-0. That was Bob Prince, the voice of the Pirates, used to say, we had them all the way. There were some anxious moments. 10 men left on base. A 5-0 lead all but disappeared as Craig Kimbrel saves it. Chris Sale with 5 1/3 brilliant innings getting the win. And the Red Sox hang on. They beat the New York Yankees in Game 1 here, 5-4. And Lou, you can dissect this one over and over, and it was certainly stressful.
Well, yeah, you didn't feel comfortable late in this one. There's no question about it. Hopefully these guys can relax a little bit now and pound that strike zone. And really, again, it's the breaking balls. These guys came out of the bullpen and couldn't find them. None of them could. But Chris Sale, I think, still a positive, right? You weren't sure what you were going to get out of him. I thought he was outstanding. And I really think it came down to that J.D. Martinez home run in that first inning. You put the offense out there early, and everybody can relax a little bit. As crazy as it got late, but huge home run for J.D. in the first.
So Kimbrel leaves the tying run at first in the 8th, gives up a leadoff homer to Judge in the 9th, and then strikes out the next 3 batters, Gardner, Stanton, and Voigt. Yankees strand 10. The Red Sox hang on to win 5-4. They lead the series 1 game to none. Mutt?
Joe, thanks so much, and welcome into the WEEI Red Sox radio post-game show. First playoff game between the Red Sox and Yankees in 14 years. Lived up to the hype. A 5-4 nail-biter here for the Red Sox. They get the victory. They hold on to win this one, and they have a 1-0 series lead in this best of 5. We'll come back, talk to our player of the game here from Fenway Park. It's the final thoughts from Joe and Tim on this Red Sox victory. We'll tell you the story of this one here as well. We'll take our trip around the major leagues, look at the other games in the playoffs. 3 other games, in fact, all 8 playoff teams in action here this afternoon across Major League Baseball. And, of course, after the postgame show, Rob Bradford Red Sox review until 1 a.m. He'll take your phone calls reacting to a big Red Sox win and a surprise 8th-inning pitcher, Rick Porcello, out of the pen. Rob taking your call, 617-779-7937. Red Sox 5, Yankees 4. More in a moment right here on the WEEI Red Sox radio postgame show.
What if only one store in Boston sold apples? Those would be some pretty expensive apples, right? Well, it's the same with energy providers. You want competition and the competitive pricing that comes with it. Agera Energy, an industry expert in deregulated energy markets, helps businesses find the most competitive rates for their energy needs. Visit AgeraEnergy.com for a hassle-free price quote. That's AGERA Energy.com. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Please visit Agera Energy's website at AgeraEnergy.com for additional information. License number CS121.
It's not just any Wi-Fi. It's streaming in every room in your house, even in the backyard Wi-Fi.
Mom, we're going to watch movies in the treehouse. That's fine, honey.
It's Wi-Fi that lets your family stream live TV and the most free movies and shows on any device they want.
Dad, can I watch cartoons on the tablet?
How about we